You know, everybody seems a little bit with those mixed feelings about how that Saints first preseason game went on Saturday, excuse me. And I'm gonna look at it, guys, from a different perspective. Let's go back in time a little bit. Do you guys remember last year? We opened up preseason against the defending champion, Kansas City Chiefs. And what did we do? We came out on the first drive, and Derek Carr went like 4 for 5 for a touchdown to Juwan Johnson. It was euphoria. We were like, we found our quarterback. The Saints are going to be a great team this year. We went on to win that game. It was all love and joy in Who Dat Nation. And then we saw how the year went. Like, we saw what happened. It wasn't the best Saints year in history, that's for sure. So now, this past Saturday, we went 0 for 2 as a starting offense against the Arizona Cardinals. Derek Carr did not look good. The offensive line as a whole, not quite that good, particularly one Trevor Penning. And you probably left that game saying, I'm verified in my thoughts that we are not going to be a good team. Or even if you are optimistic, you are like, yeah, this team ain't going to be shit. But maybe in a weird way, the football guys are playing with us. Because last year, again, we looked good in preseason, and we had a very non-good season. I'm not going to say a bad season, because if Ziggy was here, he would say we won 9 games, but we didn't have a good season. Maybe us having a bad preseason, guys, might mean we're actually on cue for a good season. Just think about it. That's all I'm challenging you guys to do. Think about it. Last year, defending champs, we looked great. This year, against an average Arizona Cardinals team, we look like shit. Maybe sometimes that's what you got to do to have a good regular season. Just think about it. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jono Barnes Show, where this shit more than a stream.
You are now watching the Jono Barnes Show. We're so glad you came. Now sit back, relax, and get ready, 'cause this is more than a game.
And y'all know how we start off the Jono Barnes Show every single week. We need the vibes to be great. So, as I insert the chat to the left of me or to the right of me, however you're watching it, leave a this shit more than the game in the chat right now so we can officially kick off the 2024 season. I know technically it's not officially starting, but we're preseason. It's starting to me. Kick off the 2024 season on a great note, right? We need the positive vibes. So kick it off and leave a this shit more than the game chat right now as we use this episode to recap game 1 of the New Orleans Saints 2024 preseason against the Arizona Cardinals, where we had a thrilling come from behind victory against the Arizona Cardinals, where one Spencer Rattler continued to become the fan favorite among fans' favorites in New Orleans. We have a lot to talk about tonight, guys, and it just feels so good to have preseason back. Whether you are low about the Saints this year, whether you are high about the Saints this year, I just love football. I love being able to talk football now that I have this platform. I love watching football. Something about preseason football. I mean, I know it's preseason football, right? But it just makes me feel good. Like, I remember the days of just watching preseason football with my parents and brother and sister and just having that feeling like, oh, man, this is a good time of the year because it means, 1, my birthday is close. My birthday is later this month. 2, it means the fall weather is upon us. And 3, it means football season is coming. And from September all the way to January, even though it's going to have a lot of ups and downs, probably for us more downs this year, we get football back. So I just love the feeling that preseason brings. It almost feels like it ends the first half of the year, of the calendar year, and it is the beginning of the second calendar year for each respective year. Now, granted, we're in August. It's the 8th month of the year, so we really are about 2/3 past of 2024. But for some reason, preseason just feels like, not only in football, but just in life, like this is the second half of the calendar year, and it's going to always be, as long as we are Who Dats, right? It's always going to be a good one. So let us talk about, guys, this preseason game recap. And I know you guys have a lot to say, And I was debating on going live after the game Saturday, but I say, you know what, let's just marinate on. It's preseason, right? Like maybe during the season, I might go live after games, after regular season games. But for preseason, I was like, let's marinate on it. I mean, it's preseason. Like, you know, you need a little bit of time to, in my opinion, for preseason, definitely pull back, take a deep breath, exhale, and be like, okay, well, did we show any of the plays that we are actually going to run in the regular season? And definitely not. And you go by what the reporters are saying, like we didn't show 98% of what we're going to run come regular season because we didn't do any of our motions. We ran a very, very vanilla offense. Now, if your takeaway from that is we ran a vanilla offense and Derek Carr and the offense still couldn't do anything, more power to you. I respect that opinion. I am going to be patient with the offense and see how we look when we are actually full systems a go with the Clint Kubiak system, when we are running motions, when we're not just under center, hut, run the ball or pass it. Like I do imagine we're going to get a little creative come week one. So I'm not going to trip too much on how the offense looked. But what I am going to say is, what up, Dylan? I think this is Dylan's first time actually popping up during one of my live shows. So, and of course, he always is on me on Twitter because no, look, and I'm not the most eternal optimist, but I just am not as harsh on Derek Carr as a lot of fans are. And we'll get to that today. But Dylan is one of the first ones who was on that spin. I think as soon as we uttered the word Rattler off the drive podium, Dylan was like, that's our quarterback for the future. And I'm sure he had nothing at the past Saturday to make him say that he had made a mistake in that thought process. But I want to see how we look as an offense with our actual offensive system that we're going to use. And we're not going to get that. We didn't get it in week one. I sincerely thought we'd get that in week 2 and week 3. I'm very upset that the 49ers canceled the joint practices, even though that was probably the best news for one Trevor Penning, because Lord knows Nick Bosa against Trevor Penning. And I heard Donald Trump is losing his lead in the polls. Ooh, Lord, Nick Bosa would have ate Trevor Penning for lunch this past week. But that would have been a good gauge to see how we stack up against the best of the best. So I'm kind of disappointed that the 49ers had to cancel the joint practices, and they're probably going to sit their whole starting unit on offense and defense for the game 2 of the preseason. So we really can't get a good feel of how we look against the best in the NFC. And those practices this past week would have did that for us. So that's a bit disappointing, but it is what it is as far as that. I think the main takeaway, though, that you guys want to talk about is Derek Carr and the Saints offense. And I leave the floor to you guys right now. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a chat. Even if you're watching on Twitter, leave a chat and let me know what you guys think. I am opening up the floor today to give you guys a voice. I've said my opinion. Now, granted, sometimes I feel like I might come across as a Derek Carr apologist or a Derek Carr fan. I'm not a Derek Carr apologist. As long as Derek Carr is wearing black and gold, I'll be happy to be a Derek Carr fan. My hot take is that Saints fans are way too harsh on the guy. I mean, way too harsh on the guy. Like, way too harsh. Like, I know that he's not the greatest quarterback in the world, but the hate that this fan base has for him kind of confuses me. Now, on the field performance, yeah, get your talk away. Like, get your takes away if he's not living up to the expectations that we set forth upon ourselves, which some of that is our fault. I've said this a million times. We got to look in the mirror sometimes. I'm looking in the mirror right now. Derek Carr has been who he's been for the past few years. And it was us as a fan base because he signed with us that was like, oh, he's going to be great. You know, if you look at Derek Carr's 2023 stats and his 2022 stats, they're about the same. So we signed the guy that we signed. Like, he never showed that many flashes of being anything above what he is right now. And so why we as a fan base are like mad or angry or confused that Derek Carr is Derek Carr, I'm a little bit confused by that, but it comes with being a fan, right? Like, somebody, a name guy signs with your team, you're going to be like, oh, this guy is going to be great with us. And when he's not Drew Brees reincarnated, you feel like you were gypped, you were sold false hope and false promise. And granted, you know, the Saints, and that's their job as a team and an organization and business, is to sell you on buying tickets and getting hyped up. So they have some blame too. That's what I don't know if you want to say the media is to blame. I see a lot of fans being real harsh on the media on Twitter the past few days because they're just reporting what they're reporting about how practices are good. And then you watch the game on Saturday and we look like shit. And you're like, well, come on, media. Why aren't you guys being hard on them? Well, I mean, my take on that is that you can only report on what you can report on. Shit, maybe it means the reason why the offense looks good in practice and not on the field against the actual opponents because our defense ain't shit in practice. I mean, who knows? Sometimes you play better in football games than you do in practice. Look at A.T. Perry. Coming into last Saturday, they said that he was having a horrible camp, and then he showed out on Saturday. The defense has been having some struggling practices in training camp. They showed out on Saturday. Now, granted, also, the Cardinals will probably be playing a very vanilla offense. You can only take away so much from a preseason game. I think for Saints fans, what Saturday did was it gave them their confirmation bias that they're going to continue to seek out as far as Derek Carr not being that guy because of how poorly he played. And Derek Carr has nobody to blame but himself for how average he's been the past few years, including with us last year. So I'm not mad if you are sour on Derek Carr. I'm sour on Derek Carr. I'm sour on the Saints. I don't have us in the playoffs this year. We're going to do a prediction and preview show of the Saints and the NFL 2024 season in about 2 weeks. But I've never wavered on saying, oh, you know, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, and, you know, now that the offseason is here, I've had time to calm down, and this is going to – no, I'm as down as you guys. I just – when I'm not in my this shit more than a game mode times 10, I kind of like take a step back and say, okay, now what's valid criticism and what's criticism that is going a little bit too far? And that's what I like about doing this show is that I kind of give you guys the actual Jono Barnes takes. Not that I do that on Twitter, but sometimes on Twitter, I like to be a troll or have fun, talk trash, you know, just be silly. Whereas on the show, you guys, if you watch the show, you get my real thoughts. So sometimes people on Twitter think that some of these tweets that I'm putting out there are like my real takes when I'm just being in character, if you want to say that, and joking around. But I use this show to actually give out my legitimate and authentic thoughts. And that's why I appreciate all of you guys joining right now. We got over 112 people joining. That's pretty crazy, but that's because football season is back, just like we said last week. A lot of you guys are watching on Twitter. Hopefully you guys leave some comments on Twitter like this person right here. She's, well, it's just a period, so I don't know if that's their username or what the actual display name is, but hello to you, period, and thank you for watching from Twitter. I know that we're not going to do numbers like Donald Trump and Elon Musk did on their spaces last night, but it's okay because of this shit more than the game community is a lot stronger of a community. And my girl Brittany knows all about them damn Twitter trolls, right? I even talked about it today about how to handle, I guess, Twitter. You know what? That's for another show. You know, we're talking to Saints football today. Oh, we got some superstars in the chat tonight. We got my guy Rizzy, the biggest Stone Cold fan behind me. That man, Rizzy, loves him some Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. We got Mikey in the bill. Mikey's a constant, man. Mikey's a staple of the Jono Barnes show. We got Slim South 504. We got my cuz who, y'all stay on because I'm going to put a clip that Ziggy and I were honored to be a part of Bad Juju's channel where we did our first ever voiceover work, and I had a hell of a time. If y'all know me, y'all know one of my biggest dreams is one day, if I'm big enough, I'll be on The Simpsons. So this was like my audition to be on The Simpsons. I got to be on Bad Juju's channel. If you're a Marvel fan, a superhero fan, a comic book fan, a video game fan, definitely check out his channel, and I'll show you guys why it is an easy choice to subscribe to his channel later on in the show. And y'all know we got the man, the myth, and the legend, this shit more than a game Hall of Famer, Brute Saint, saying that he is waiting, he's patiently waiting till week 4 until he gives out his discussion and discourse about Derek Carr. We'll see if you can stay true to that word. Because, like, imagine if Derek Carr has a bad week 1 against the Carolina Panthers of all teams. Bruce say, I think even me will be like, nah, hell with that. We got to unleash on that dude. I ain't waiting until week 4 to unleash on him. But I also opened back up the phone lines, guys, last Saturday. And I'll give you guys the phone number later on. But we are going to have some voicemails. The voicemails return. Maybe that's why the numbers are going up, because people don't want to hear from me. They want to hear from the Who Dat Nation, right? So later on in the show, we will bring back the voicemails. And I appreciate you guys. You guys are calling in for preseason games. So I know you guys are going to bring the heat come regular season. Like my dude Curly Head, he left his voicemail on the show today. I think he actually called. And I'm going to play his voicemail as well. So welcome to the show, Curly Head. Thank you all for joining. Let's get to our first topic, which is, again, the struggles of Derek Carr. I think the struggles of Derek Carr is also because that man has Trevor Penning protecting him. And I don't care who you are, unless you're like a unicorn like Drew Brees, like Tom Brady, like Peyton Manning, you're going to have a little bit of happy feet and you're going to be seeing ghosts when you know that Trevor Penning is protecting you. I think that is probably the biggest takeaway from that game for me, and I think for a lot of you guys, is Trevor Penning. And it is just, I don't want to be an asshole. I don't want to be, I feel bad for the kid because I feel like at this point for Trevor Penning, it's mental. I genuinely think this guy has, and supposed to call it the yips. Like whenever you start performing, you just kind of lose everything that you know about how you got to that point, whatever position you play, and your mind just goes blank and you just cannot perform to the level that got you to where you are. I think Trevor Penning sadly is at that point where it may not be salvageable for him. Like, we can maybe give him a second career arc and cut him or trade him. Who's going to trade for him? I know. But like, it just seems like this guy sadly is not going to be successful in New Orleans. And I feel bad. And I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to prove all of us wrong. I want him to prove this stupid ass Christopher Cole Bucks fan. What up, Chris? I want him to prove everybody wrong. But it doesn't matter how good Derek Carr can or can't be. If that man does not have time because Trevor Penning is getting beat one out of every third play, it doesn't matter who we have at wide receiver. It doesn't matter who we have at running back. It doesn't matter who we have at quarterback because we're going to get abused. I am shaking in my boots for that week 2 matchup when Micah Parsons is on Trevor Penning. Are you kidding me? It's sad because Trevor Penning, and coming out of college, the report was that he was very raw. He had the raw talent, but he was raw and that he was going to need to be coached up and that there was a good chance that he just was not going to be ready for the NFL speed of play. And so far, he has done absolutely nothing to rebuke that fact. And I'm not trying to harp on the kid because Lord knows everybody's how. From a personal level, I feel bad because I'm sure that he feels like shit right now. I'm sure his mental health is probably not in the best of spots. It's just is. Even the guy who trained him, even a trainer, one of the offensive lineman trainer, went on Twitter after Saturday and say everything that we worked on in offseason from Trevor Penning, he did absolutely zero of that in the Arizona Cardinals game, which leads me to believe this kid has the yips. Like mentally, he's just so in his head that it might not be salvageable for him to be a player in the NFL. His best bet might be we have to cut him, send him to another team, and maybe being in a new location is going to get his mind right. But I just don't see any type of outcome where Trevor Penning is going to be not even a solid player. Like, I would have been okay if he was a solid player. This guy looks like the worst offensive lineman in the league, and I am not being hyperbolic. This guy looks like the worst offensive lineman in the league. We had to take Fuaga, who showed more in that one preseason game in 20 plays than Trevor Penning has showed his whole career. We had to take Fuaga, take him out of his natural spot, which we drafted him as a left tackle, as a right tackle, but now we're putting him at left tackle because Trevor Penning has been so bad. We had to put Trevor Penning now at right tackle, and Trevor Penning cannot even get it right at right tackle. That's bad, y'all. I'm sure y'all seen the game film study and tweets and all that stuff already. Trevor Penning is bad. Trevor Penning is bad. I love the Saints offensive lineman. I love me some Eric McCoy. Y'all know that. That man cannot block 5 people at once. Like, we need Trevor Penning to be a player. We just needed him to be solid. We didn't need Trevor Penning to have an all-pro season. We didn't need Trevor Penning to have a Pro Bowl season. We didn't need Trevor Penning to have a very good season. We were just like, Trevor Penning, can you please be solid on that right side? And maybe this offensive line can be solid to decent to good if McCoy and Ruiz and Fuaga play up to their potential. Penning hasn't even given us solid. Trevor Penning is the worst offensive lineman in the league. He is literally going to be the difference between us being a 9 or a 10-win team, and he could possibly be the reason we are a 4 or 5-win team. I am not being hyperbolic. He is that bad. He is getting beat 1 out of every 3 plays. Even the Trevor Penning, I don't want to call them apologists, but like the ones who are trying to be glass half full, saying, okay, well, he was good on that play and he was good on. You got to be good as an offensive lineman on every play, y'all. You can maybe have 2 or 3 bad plays. You cannot have 2 or 3 bad plays every other play, though. Trevor Penning is having like 1 good play, 1 good play, 1 bad play. 1 bad play, 1 good play, 1 bad play, 1 good play, 1 good play, 1 good play, 1 bad play. That's not going to work as an offensive lineman. That's not going to work. That was a play where Chris Olave got past the cornerback, and Derek Carr did not have enough time to set his feet and throw a proper pass because Trevor Penning got abused on the play. That is the difference between winning games and losing games. That is the difference between being a playoff team and not being a playoff team. That is damn near the difference between being the NFC South winner and being a top 5 pick in the draft. And hell, if you're a Saints fan, maybe you want that. Maybe you want Trevor Penning to start the 17 game because Lord knows a lot of y'all don't believe in Derek Carr and Dennis Allen. So shit, maybe y'all should be happy that Trevor Penning is going to be a bust because that means we're going to be a horrible team this year. But when you have an offensive lineman that bad as Trevor Penning has been, it is not a roses outlook for the team. I don't care about any other position. If Trevor Penning is as bad as he was on Saturday, none of that shit matters because he is going to be getting Derek Carr or Jake Haener or Spencer Rattler killed in the backfield. I hate to sound like an asshole. I hate to sound mean. But I'm not talking personal right now. From a personal standpoint, I cheer for everybody wearing black and gold. I still cheer for Dennis Allen from a personal standpoint. You rocking my team, you in my city, I'm cheering for you. I want the best for everybody. But when it comes to the NFL and sports, we talk business on this show, just like everybody else. And from a business perspective, Trevor Penning is not going to get it done. He is going to get Derek Carr killed. He is going to get Derek Carr killed. We already have seen how Derek Carr reacts to pressure, and when Derek Carr gets his head spun and when he gets his barrel rocked 2 or 3 times a game, he starts seeing ghosts. He starts throwing the ball to nobody. He starts having happy feet in the pocket. He starts looking like a bottom 5 quarterback. If you start Trevor Penning at right tackle on week 1, you are setting Derek Carr up to fail. I would like to imagine, even though I know Ross Jackson said his seat is not necessarily on hot, not even on fire, not even warm. He said that he thinks that Dennis Allen's seat is room temperature, which I disagree with. I don't know if I disagree with. I hope the Saints change their mind, but I am going to the season assuming that Dennis Allen is coaching for his coaching life as a head coach. There is absolutely no part of me that believes after what we saw Saturday and from seeing the reports, I mean, even John Hendricks today and Nick Underhill, 2 great reporters, say Trevor Penning today had another bad practice. They said at one point today, y'all, in practice, at one point today, Isaiah Foskey abused Trevor Penning and put him on his ass. If you are getting beat by Isaiah Foskey, who was probably the second most disappointing player this past Saturday, you got a problem, and we got a problem. There is absolutely no scenario right now in my head where I see Trevor Penning being our starting right tackle in week 1 against the Carolina Panthers, unless Dennis Allen just does not give a shit about his job. Or maybe he's so damn secure in his job that he's like, I can say we'll have a shitty season. But if Trevor Penning is the week 1 starter, it don't matter how you feel about Derek Carr. It don't matter how you feel about our wide receiver core. It don't matter how you feel about the safety position. None of that matters because Derek Carr is going to be on his ass literally within 3 or 4 seconds every goddamn play or every other play because Trevor Penning is that bad. We got to do something. What? I don't know. I'm a little confused why we only drafted Fuaga in the first round, and after that we say we'll go with offensive lineman in the draft. I thought for sure we were going to draft 2 offensive linemen, but who am I? I'm just a fan. I'm not a draft scout. I thought for sure we were going to draft 2 offensive linemen in the draft, though, to prepare for this scenario if Trevor Penning was as bad as he's been his whole career. But apparently the Saints, I mean, I don't know what that front office be thinking sometimes. It ain't nobody in free agency that we can sign. I mean, goddamn, if you're a free agent tackle right now on August 13th, odds are you ain't that good. Odds are you ain't that good. But at this point, it's like, well, shit, can't be worse than Trevor Penning, right? Some of these free agents on the street right now can't be worse than Trevor Penning. I'm wondering if maybe the Saints are just hoping that a team has an embarrassment of riches come cut day in 2 weeks and that a good or even a solid. I mean, at this point, I'll take a solid. I'll take a solid offensive tackle. The Saints are hoping that a solid offensive tackle gets cut on cut day in 2 weeks and that we just sign somebody off the waiver wire because I just don't see. I mean, again, I'm not trying to be harp on the kid. He's probably a good guy. I was actually one of his biggest cheerleaders when we drafted him, right? Like, he was always in camp starting fights. Y'all know I like that type of shit. I like the fuckery. Everybody was like, oh, he's a dog. We wasn't talking about his performance on the field. We were like, he's a dog. Like, he's in camp. He's fighting people. He keeps going after the play. That's like one of the reasons why he shot up in the draft stock. It was like, oh, you know, he's raw, but he has that attitude that you want in the offensive lineman. He has that Kyle Turley-like attitude. But shit, at least Kyle Turley was an all-pro. Taylor's attitude was warranted when you're an all-pro. When you're an all-pro, you can rip off a helmet and throw it on the field and cost your team a 15-yard penalty and arguably the game. Come on, Trevor. I mean, I knew it was bad when Trevor Penning wasn't even good enough to be on the field goal unit after we benched him last year. I'm like, God damn, if this kid ain't trustworthy enough to block on a field goal, then how bad is this kid? And we keep giving him opportunities, y'all. We are giving him every opportunity in the world. And y'all saw with the same eye, well, not the same eyes, but unless you're blind, you saw, if you have good vision, how bad he was on Saturday. So while Derek Carr's going to always be public enemy number one because he's the quarterback, the real meat of the team, the meat and bones of what our doomsday scenario is that Trevor Penning, and I'm not being hyperbolic again, y'all. Trevor Penning, in my opinion, is the worst offensive tackle in the NFL. If we start that man on week 1, well, I guess we'll get our wish that we'll have a top 5 pick finally, and Dennis Allen will be shown the door. We'll see. I mean, maybe Trevor Penning surprises us against the 49ers this week. That's why I was hoping that the 49ers and the Saints did their joint practices to see, how Trevor Penning looked against the best of the best. But, I mean, we've seen Trevor Penning look bad against average players. I mean, the dude, again, y'all, Isaiah Foskey put him on his ass today in practice. I mean, and look, it happens, right? Like sometimes you're going to get beat in practice. But, again, he's getting beat every day. Like, I read the reports every day. I'm a fanatic. I'm obsessed with this damn team. I love this shit more than the game. Every day when I read these reports, I probably say I want to estimate we've had 13 or 14 training camp practices so far. I want to say 10 of those 14 reports was Trevor Penning was either having a bad camp, a bad practice, or an inconsistent practice. There was only like 3 or 4 times where the reports say Trevor Penning had a good day today. That ain't going to get it done. That is not going to get it done. So I see St. John says we kept Penning and let Andrews P walk. I tell you what, shout out to Andrews P, right? I mean, Lord knows we were hard on him, but goddamn, at least he showed Pro Bowl catapult play here and there. Sometimes it makes you realize how good you had it. Good Lord have mercy. Good Lord have mercy. So we'll see with that. But it wasn't all bad, y'all. It wasn't all bad. I don't want to sound like I'm all doom and gloom and thunder clouds, because Jake Haener and Spencer Rattler had really good games on Saturday. And if you see me on Twitter, I'm kind of being Jake Haener's biggest fan just because I like to be an antagonist sometimes, and I like to go against the grain. That's why I was cheering so hard for Noah Lyles in the Olympics. I like the characters that are antagonists. I have a lot of antagonist blood in me. It might get me in trouble now that I have this platform one day, but I like the role of being an antagonist sometimes. And I feel like Jake Haener is not getting the same love and adoration and respect that Spencer Rattler is. And it's not fair. Well, I don't want to say fair is the word. I mean, look, I get it. Like, Spencer Rattler is the name of the two. He has the pedigree that fans love in a quarterback prospect. He had a lot more fanfare coming out the draft than Jake Haener, so I get why Spencer Rattler has become the symbol of hope that the Saints fans have put all of their hope and trust in. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I always say fanaticism is built off hope. Hope is the heartbeat of a fan. If you don't have hope, you ain't got shit. So I'm glad that the Saints fans have something and someone to have hope in. Like, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm not criticizing or coming down on any fan who is on the Rattler. I'm on the Rattler bandwagon. I'm not against Rattler. But like my girl Brittany, I'm also on a Haener hive, and I don't want to just trash Jake Haener like he was Forky in Toy Story 4 because we got a new shiny toy. I don't want to be like Andy in Toy Story 1 and trash Woody to the trash and say, I got a new shiny Buzz Lightyear toy, so I don't want to play with you anymore, Jake Haener. Jake Haener has arguably had a better camp than Spencer Rattler. Jake Haener has arguably had a better game Saturday than Rattler. Now, I know that's controversial because Rattler had the touchdown run, so y'all are more than welcome to push back on me on that. But Jake Haener has been playing just as good as Spencer Rattler. So it's the antagonist in me, forgive me, but I'm going to sing Jake Haener's praises, especially because the man is battling cancer now. Like, come on now. He's battling cancer and he's still out there fighting for his backup job. I like that shit. That's why this shit more than the game, man. For real, for real. So I'm on the Haener high bandwagon, but I'm not going to be dumb like Spencer Rattler looked real good Saturday. And if you watch the tape just from the eyeball test, like you see that Spencer Rattler has all of the physical tools that you would dream of a quarterback to have. The dude is tall. The dude is mobile, way mobile than Derek Carr. The guy has a cannon for an arm. He impressed me the most, though, not with all the physical stuff, but with his mental resolve. The same thing I think that Trevor Penning is struggling with in his first game. Spencer Rattler showed me that he has the moxie and the resolve that is very much needed if you're going to be a quarterback in the NFL. Granted, I know that he was going against the third stringers, but I was just extremely, extremely impressed with Spencer Rattler and how we put him in a baptism by fire situation on Saturday. Okay, the Cardinals just took the lead. Can you go get this offense of third stringers down the field for a game-winning field goal? And that man looked like he was not bothered one bit. And I had to put on Twitter, shit, even I'm kind of starting to fall for the aura. That's what the cool kids say, right? The aura. I'm starting to fall for the aura that Spencer Rattler has. Like, he just looks like a good quarterback, right? Like, so I get the hype. I am not trying to pour water on the flames of all the fans who are thinking that Spencer Rattler is the truth, is the future, is the next franchise quarterback. Feel that way. Feel that way. I still need to see a little bit more before I crown him as the next great Saints quarterback myself. I mean, y'all got to also understand, you know, I know we live in a moment a lot, but say we have a bad season, okay? Say we have a bad season. Say that we finally fire Dennis Allen. Whoever we bring on as head coach, and there's no guarantee that we keep Clint Kubiak or that we promote Clint Kubiak. Honestly, if we have a bad season, I'm kind of going to be over the let's promote within. Like, I'm going to say, can we get some fresh blood as a head coach? But all that to say that we have a bad year. We don't make the playoffs. We fire Dennis Allen. There's strong odds, guys, that you guys are maybe not acknowledging, as my cousin Sean tries to get me to acknowledge on the Saints show, Roman Reigns. There's strong data to say that the new head coach is going to be like, I didn't draft Jake Haener. I didn't sign Derek Carr. I didn't draft Spencer Rattler. These ain't my guys. I'm bringing in my own guy. So a part of me is also like, I'm not going to get too hyped for Spencer Rattler when we don't even know who the next head coach is going to be. Because if y'all have the same logic that I have, if that, we're not going to be a playoff team, so this is probably going to be Dennis Allen's last year, that means the new head coach can come in and say, hey, none of these three quarterbacks are my guys, so I got no loyalty to them. I want to draft this guy. I want to sign this guy. That's how it works. Like, you know, I feel like some Saints fans, like we want this, but we don't realize if we get this, that means that we probably can't have that. Like, there's a lot of, it's like a spider web. There's a lot of tangled webs when it comes to what we want. We'll also kind of get into that topic when we talk about Justin Simmons. Like, Saints fans are saying they want one thing, but if you want this one thing, you got to accept that you might not get this thing. You feel what I'm saying? Am I sounding stupid? Let me know in the chat if y'all understand what I'm saying. When it comes to the quarterback situation, if you believe that Dennis Allen is going to be shown the door, then you got to also believe that the next head coach is probably going to be like, I got no loyalty to Spencer Rattler. He's not the quarterback that I want for my system. You got to believe that. I think Saints fans all have this tunnel vision of what they think should be how the future is going to be. Like, oh, we're going to fire Dennis Allen. The next coach is going to come in. He's going to say, Rattler's my guy. And maybe he will. I'm not saying that that's impossible. But what I'm saying is that the next head coach, if you all believe that Dennis Allen is going to get fired, has absolutely no loyalty to Spencer Rattler or Jake Haener, a damn sure Derek Carr. So be careful what you wish for is all I'm saying. Be careful what you wish for. Like, if y'all want Dennis Allen fired, that means a lot of the players that you guys are putting your hope in might be gone because the next head coach is going to be like, that ain't my guy. Look at Sean Payton. We all loved Joe Horn when he was with the Saints, right? During the Jim Haslett days. We all loved Dante Stallworth. Sean Payton came and said, those ain't my guys. He gave Joe Horn 1 year. Go to Atlanta, Joe. He traded Dante Stallworth before training camp was even over. A new head coach has no loyalty to the players that are currently on the team. So if you believe that Dennis Allen will be shown the door in February 2025, you damn sure better accept that Spencer Rattler might not be the next head coach's guy. You better accept that some of these players that you love right now may not be the embodiment of what this next head coach is looking for. Just think about that. Just think about that, okay? I just want y'all to have a little bit of a perspective. Lord be it for Mr. This shit more than a game to teach and stress perspective. But just think about that. Think about that. Think about how many times a new head coach came in and said, unless the quarterback was already an established person, like obviously Jim Harbaugh is not going to tell Justin Herbert, you got to be like, it's Justin Herbert. Like he has the data to know that Justin Herbert is that guy. We're not, unless we have, Derek Carr and Jake Haener go down. We're not going to have any data on Spencer Rattler, it seems, this year. So if Dennis Allen gets fired, there was absolutely no reason to believe that the next head coach is going to be, oh yeah, Spencer Rattler, that's my guy. The next head coach might be like, hell no, I want a veteran. I'm coaching for my job now too. Or maybe he has a prospect in college that he loves. That he's like, this quarterback in college is going to be my guy. So I'm just saying that to say, again, have all the hope and all the faith in Spencer Rattler that you want. I am not trying to rain on anybody's parade, but also kind of just look at the possible scenarios if this or that happens, because there's a lot of interconnected webs when it comes to running a franchise. And I just want y'all to think about that. But Spencer Rattler looked good. Jake Haener looked good. I am comfortable with both of them being the backup quarterback. My prediction is that they're probably going to give the number 2 job to Jake Haener. And if if this year is anything like last year, then at some point we're going to have the backup come in. So I think we're going to at least get the excitement of seeing what Jake Haener or Spencer Rattler looks like this season. I tell you what, if Trevor Penning is playing this year, then I guarantee you at some point Derek Carr is going to go down. I'm not trying to wish injury on him, but just how little faith I have in Trevor Penning. So we're going to see one of those guys at some point this season. Maybe we'll see both. And all I ask the Saints fans is this, though. Like, if Jake Haener rightfully wins that backup job, and if Derek Carr goes down for any reason this season, I'm not hoping or praying for injury, but if Derek Carr does go down at any point this season and Jake Haener is the guy that gets to call to come in and lead the team, I hope Saints fans ain't assholes to him. Like, I hope Saints fans don't like boo him coming on the field because they won't rattle. Like, give Jake Haener a chance. Again, Jake Haener also looked good Saturday. Jake Haener also had the best pass of Saturday, if we're being honest. I even joked because I'm just an antagonist on Twitter. I say, if Spencer Rattler made that throw to A.T. Perry that Jake Haener made, oh boy, they would have to shut down Twitter. Saints fans would have threw a parade. You know, that's how sold on Spencer Rattler Saints fans are, and are just casually trying to ignore how good Jake Haener looks, right? But if Jake Haener wins the number 2 job, all I ask Saints fans, just don't be assholes. Like, Jake Haener has done everything that we have asked for him as a team. And I mean, he's been pretty cool to the city of New Orleans since he was drafted last year. I mean, the guy was a Saints fan growing up. The guy thinks that Drew Brees is the greatest quarterback of all time. He was actually the fan favorite last year, especially after that photo shoot he did before Rattler came in again. We Toy Story that man. We say, we don't want to play with you anymore. We got Buzz Lightyear now. Sorry, Woody. Buzz Lightyear is the new hot action figure on the streets. But I am optimistic about our backup quarterback situation right now. I'm also not going to get delusional because I titled this show, is Spencer Rattler the best quarterback on the Saints right now? There are actual fans who hate Derek Carr so much that they are saying that Spencer Rattler, as of August 13, 2024, is the best Saints quarterback currently on the depth chart. Yeah, let's not go too crazy, y'all. Let's not go too crazy. Because I like Spencer Rattler, but there's also some things that we have to like even Patrick Mahomes and my guy Brian on Twitter. Shout out to my guy B. He gave me a good rebuttal. He said, well, CJ Stroud didn't say his first year. Yeah, but CJ Stroud was a first-round draft pick, okay? But even Patrick Mahomes sat his first year. Look how beneficial that was, right? Like, Spencer Rattler has absolutely all the tools to be the best quarterback on the Saints of the 3 we currently have. But let's not be crazy and go, he's the best quarterback right now. Like, as much as we are down on Derek Carr, he's still better as of now than Spencer Rattler. Is Spencer Rattler ceiling higher than Derek Carr? Maybe. I mean, we don't have enough data, so of course we only can go by potential and hype. So maybe right now you can say Spencer Rattler has a higher ceiling than Derek Carr, but let's not be so jilted. Shout out to Eric McCoy. Jilted as Saints fans that were like, oh, he's the best quarterback right now, because he's not. He's not. And if we did start Spencer Rattler, there would be a lot of interceptions. And that's, again, if y'all are putting Spencer Rattler as the hope symbol of the New Orleans Saints future, more power to you. And if you guys really think that Spencer Rattler should be starting, more power to you. But just know that he would probably be worse than Derek Carr, stat-wise and performance-wise. Now, he would probably show more flashes than Derek Carr, absolutely. He'll probably make 1 or 2 plays a game where we're like, God damn, that's why we are investing in this kid. That's why we're going to do these rough pains right now. And I get that. But you cannot black and whitely say that Spencer Rattler is the best quarterback on the Saints right now. Let's just be real, guys. Let's just be real. I mean, because it's almost like we're going to be sounding like delusional Cowboys fans if we were like that crazy to say that Spencer Rattler is the best quarter. Oh, wait, what? Is that him? Don't, I didn't even say that. I just say Cowboy. Damn it. I'm sorry, y'all. I messed up. It's preseason. I'm still making mistakes too. I'm trying to work out the kinks, but y'all know what happens when you utter the words Cowboys on the Jono Barnes show. It means that this guy pops up on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, because of contractual obligation, welcome back to the Jono Barnes show. Evan Barnes.
I'm just here for a couple of minutes. That's all. I just want to say my piece and I can go home. That's it.
Well, what's up, John? Evan? What's up, Evan? How are you? Can you hear me?
Doing fine, man. How are you? Can you hear me?
I'm good. Yeah, no, I know you're in your new digs right now. Congratulations and happy late birthday, Evan. We're gonna be amicable right now. Okay, it's not the regular season yet. Week 2 is close. It's really close. But we're gonna save our energy for week 2. But I know you got a new spot that you're in. You had your birthday this last week. I know you're going to Kings of Leon tomorrow, man. Congratulations! You look like you're having a hell of a life.
Man, I'm living life right now. You know, I can't complain. Living life.
Well, then you said you wanted to come on the show. As you see, I will say this, Evan. This shit more than a game Hall of Famer Bruce Saint is actually an Evan Barnes fan. So you have that going for you. Like if Bruce Saint is a fan of yours, then now you have some fans like my girl Brittany booing you already. You ain't even get started yet. I mean, Brittany, let's give him a chance, Brittany. I feel like Evan is coming in peace today. He said he wants to speak his piece. I think he's coming in peace as well. St. John says, uh-oh. They already feel like, Evan, you coming with it's a new year. Excuse me. New year, new season, right, Evan? New me. Like, you know what they say on New Year's Eve? New year, new me.
Look, I know last season we got a little hostile on a couple episodes, you know, a lot of back and forth going on. But, you know, this is a brand new season, man. I'm coming in smooth, all right?
All right. Well, you said you wanted to speak your piece. Is there anything specifically that you want to talk about, or you just kind of want to roll with the flow of the topics I'm already going ahead with?
Well, I'm gonna go back what you were talking about. You're talking about Derek Carr and the whole quarterback situation that he's in right now. And
yeah.
You know, I think people need to lay off on Derek Carr. Like it's just, you know, it's a preseason game. All right, there's a lot of warming up to do. Okay, brand new coaching, brand new offensive scheme. You know, it's like he has to get used to it. Then you had Rattler, who had a decent game. Then you had the other guy. What was his name? Hefner.
Put some respect on that man's name. Is Jake Haener, Evan. Haener.
Jake Haener. Look, they actually had decent games, but
I'm impressed.
Yeah, me too. But let's start talking about reality here, okay? You're talking about which quarterback is the best, you know, the best quarterback on the team. And after looking at those 3 guys, I think honestly the best quarterback is not even on the team yet.
Okay, no, I'm not even mad at that. I want you to elaborate.
All 3 of these guys are fucking garbage. Jesus.
Wait, hold on. Damn, what you mean?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that is terrible.
You had me in the first half. Not gonna lie, you had me in the first half. What you mean they all garbage?
Taysom Hill back at quarterback for all this. Jesus Christ.
What did Jake Haener? Especially, they didn't throw any interceptions.
Yes, they didn't throw interceptions. But you talk about Jake Haener. You say that he played a better game than Rattler, right? Yeah, he went 9 for 13 for 107 yards, included he had a nice throw to AJ Perry for 58 yards. Let's start talking stats here. Without those 58 yards, the dude only had what, 49 yards? So you mean to tell me without that, hold on, without that throw, he was 8 for 12, for 49 yards. Let me do my math here. 7 yards an attempt. Come on. You can't win an NFL game like that. You can't.
How can, what logic is it where you say, oh, let's take away his best play? And is his best play? You can't just, he made the play.
You're all hyped up on this. Oh, yeah, he's a good quarterback. Oh, yeah, we can replace him with Carr. That man, after that one play, what did he do? Nothing. He didn't even score a touchdown. Come on. Let's get back to reality here, Saints fans. Come on. I know it's very hard for y'all to do that, but let's get back to reality, okay?
My guy here real says somebody say Evan wears jeans with the ass cut out and that sorry ass Cowboys. I want y'all. We got a lot of fun, y'all, on the Jono Barnes channel. We are going to have a ton of fun for week 2 because I will be in Dallas with Evan at AT&T Stadium for week 2. We are going to give you guys elite content. Like, one thing about Evan is even if by chance the Saints win that game, y'all know Evan does not run away from the smoke. And he will be there to take his whippings like a man, like a Barnes, like my brother. That's the reason why I have him on the show contractually. In blood, it was signed that I had to have him on this show. He will take his lumps like a man. So the week leading up to that Cowboys game, the day of the Cowboys game, and damn sure the post-game show the week after, we're going to have a lot of fun. It's probably going to be arguably the greatest weeks of the Jono Barnes channel of all time. Evan, you start off so good, bro. You have the data, like you have stats. Like I'm like, this man knows what he's talking about, and then you just can't help yourself, bro. You can't help yourself, bro. Like to call them garbage, that's just being hyperbolic, Evan. Like that's just you being a troll, man. Come on now. You say you coming in peace until week 2.
This is peace. I can get worse.
Well, I got a question for you as well. I don't know why I have questions for you, but I do. Before you came on the show, I was very harsh on Trevor Penning. So I just want to, I'm sure you probably watched some of the game and you probably saw, if you didn't watch some of the game, the clips on Twitter. Do you think that Micah Parsons is going to get a $200 million contract off of that game alone in week 2 of Trevor Penning is starting at right tackle?
Man, look, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jono. If everybody in the chat go on your phone right now and look up an app called Uber Eats. I kid you not. After week 2, your Uber Eats driver might be Penning. Just saying. He might be Penning. Make sure you give him a nice tip too when you see him.
So you're saying in about a month, the phrase for Trevor Penning is going to be, do you want some fries with that?
Man, he's like, you want a shake? Extra large? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You say you want a combo?
I there's a little bit of me that wants to, just as a fan, go into week 2 saying, we got a chance to upset the Dallas Cowboys, especially because as down as I am, Evan, on the Saints, and as down as a lot of fans and even the national media, I still would stand that Carolina is the worst team in our division. So we got Carolina in week 1. And if Dennis Allen is good for one thing, Evan, you make that face, but if Dennis Allen is good for one thing, it's that he is undefeated as a head coach in week 1 so far. As for the Saints, at least. Like we are 2-0 in week 1 under Dennis Allen. I know you could get the dumb pity clap. I'm just saying, though, like, okay, we're 2-0 in week 1. We come out strong. We're in the Superdome. It's the Carolina Panthers. I mean, unless Carolina really takes it up a notch, which I don't see, I think we win that game. So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll have a little bit of optimism, especially paying my wife's credit card going to Dallas for them seats that you made us get, that we're going to have a good game in Dallas and that maybe we can upset Dallas because I'm giving a little bit of a spoiler for our future NFL 2024 prediction show in a few weeks, but I don't think that is, and I'm not even doing this as a hater or trolling you. Like, I don't think y'all are going to be as good this year, but we'll get to that in 2 weeks. So I'm like, oh, maybe we might have a shot to beat you guys. But I'll tell you this, if Trevor Penning is starting, I feel like Micah Parsons is going to literally win that game by himself.
Man, Trevor Penning starting by Micah Parsons, he's going to be right across from him. He's going to be like, finger licking good, boy. He's going to eat him up, boy. Boy, please don't have him playing. Please.
Well,
but look, let's give up that hope about y'all upsetting the Cowboys because everybody knows that shit ain't about to happen. So we can end the bed. Let's end that right here.
Look, I want to save that for week 2 and week 3. after the game is over because we're gonna have a lot of fun that week. But I'll end it on this as far as that game. Cursor Dennis Allen says we will beat the Dallas Cowboys, and he's willing to bet money. Now it does make me realize, Evan, that we probably can even up the stakes a little bit even further when week 2 comes in a few weeks and place a bet on this show. I'll think about it, but I feel like you and I and Ziggy, I don't even know if Sean is still alive, but we got to do something fun, like, if the Saints win or if the Cowboys win. And as confident as you seem to be about your Dallas Cowboys, I'm sure we'll come up with something real fun for week 2, post week 3, and see what kind of bet we can have if the Saints or the Cowboys win. You down for that?
I'm down for it. That's an easy bet. That's an easy bet. Trust me.
Well, I've seen your betting history, so I actually will feel a lot better if you do bet. So I think I'm down for that. But all right, the final topic we'll talk about from the game this past Saturday. It's not all doom and gloom, Evan. Actually, I would argue that the defense looked real good. Now I get it; it's preseason, and so like these offenses are not showing much, but if there's anything that Haener had on as Saints fans, is that our defense is probably good enough to win 7 or 8 games. And maybe that's not a good thing because then that means we'll still be stuck in that mediocrity point of a franchise. But I think our defense looks real good, Evan. And I actually think that for all the trash you talk, you would even admit that Dak Prescott is going to have his hands full against that Saints defense in week 2.
I wouldn't say all that. I look at the Saints defense. I think about the retirement home that they're all going to be going to in the next 2 or 3 years because that's an old ass defense, man. Jesus Christ.
So you're not worried about?
I think it'll be good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's gonna be good. But again, you're at the end of careers of some of your most important key pieces. Cam Jordan was like 35 or 33, maybe. Damari Davis, 35.
Mm-hmm.
Even Lattimore on his Lattimore's 29 right now.
He might be younger, but he's always hurt. He only did 2 practices so far, and he's been out for the whole training camp. But yeah, he's young. I don't think 27, 28.
Tyrann Matthews, 32. Like these are your key players who is old. And if you look at it, that's an 18-game season.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to make all 18. All right, like just know that they're not making it to the finish line.
I don't know. DeMario and Cam, even though they old, are Iron Men, so they got a shot. My guy D, he makes a good point. He says not only Penning, he say Isaiah Foskey is also going to be working for Uber Eats, and that brings me to another good point. Trevor Penning, as bad as he was, Isaiah Foskey, Evan, showed me nothing as well on Saturday. That guy was going against the third stringers at some point. He still couldn't produce pressure. So I defend this organization when it comes to the draft, because if you honestly look at the data, like we are a middle of the pack. Even arguably, I think we're actually like a top 10 team when it comes to drafting the past decade, because a lot of teams flame out, right? Like sometimes when you look at the draft history, you're like, okay, but did they get this superstar? How many superstars did they get? How many good players did they get? Yeah, you're going to have some people that flame out. But damn, man, looking at some of these past drafts, like we traded up, Evan. We traded up for Trevor Penning, the worst offensive lineman in the league. We traded up for this kid.
I mean,
you got Isaiah Foskey in the second or third round, I believe. And this guy against third stringers on Saturday could not get any pressure. And it's like, God damn, like it's one thing to be in cap hell and put a lot of money in average players like Derek Carr, but you damn sure better hit on your draft picks if you're spending a lot of money on players like Derek Carr. And we're not even doing that right now. So it's disappointing, man. It really is. One
thing I give the Saints credit, man. Y'all do a hell of a job of trading up and then drafting on a bust. Like y'all do a phenomenal job at that. Hey, that's a fucking talent right there. Jesus Christ. That's a talent right there. Y'all do a phenomenal job.
You said you were coming in peace today, Evan.
Man, my fault, man. Sometimes I can't help it, bro. Yeah, I can't help it, bro.
I mean, indeed, he's bringing up some good points because he also says, what about Kendrick Miller? Kendrick Miller hasn't even played. I mean, he played one practice this year and got hurt again. Like, we are drafted. And the funny thing is, Evan, is that Ty J. Spears from Tulane was also on the board when we drafted Kendrick Miller. And the reason why they say we skipped on the local product who fans would have been excited about is because they didn't trust Ty J. Spears' injury, long-term longevity as an NFL player. Well, meanwhile, Kendrick Miller gets hurt every goddamn other play. Like, god damn, are we striking out when it comes to drafts lately? I mean, I know we got Olave. Like, I'm not gonna ignore the hits we've had. Breezy looked good. Like, I'll say this: at least for our first round picks, Olave, Breezy. We'll see what Fuaga looks like. We hit on those, but god damn, when it comes to like the later rounds and the depth, shit, literally, shit. Damn.
Oh man, hey man, Miller's gonna be one of those guys. He's gonna get cut sooner than later. He is. If you can't stay on the field, then what's the point?
I mean, that's not even.
You go down the street, grab my McDonald's for all that. Come on.
So basically, what you're saying is that the Uber Eats Job Corp is going to have a lot of more resumes.
Uber Eats drivers trending up. That's all I can say.
New Orleans Uber Eats, the stock is going up. If you bet on stocks, y'all.
That's the Uber Eats All-Star team right there.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see what the Saints look like against the San Francisco 49ers this Sunday. Sadly, we do not have to join practices with them anymore because the 49ers, I guess they're scared of Spencer Rattler after saw what he did. So they were like, nah, we don't want to practice against y'all. We'll just play y'all on Sunday. But we'll see what we look like this Sunday. I might even go live for that game, Evan. We'll see. But I got a question for you. At least one day you come in and then you saying you come in peace, but you're for the shit. You more for the shit than the toilet, I swear. But your Cowboys lost. At least we won. Your Cowboys lost.
Yeah.
Y'all lost. Y'all, and I'm gonna give y'all even a little bit of credit. Y'all made Bennett, the Rams quarterback from Georgia, y'all gave him 4 picks and y'all still lost.
Hey man, it's preseason. We had some really great things that came up from that, and it's preseason. Nobody celebrates preseason.
Oh, I bet you if y'all would have won though.
No, man, we wait look. We don't do nothing until week 1 of the regular season. That's when things get serious. Till then, I mean, you saw what we produced: 4 interceptions. Defense is gonna be top 5 this year.
You know what? In 2 weeks, we're gonna do our grand splash NFL 2024 season preview. Save your Dallas Cowboys hype for that, because I thought you would have some humility after what happened this past January, that you would be like, you know what, I'm gonna kind of peel out of back a little. Y'all went one and done. Y'all played one extra game than us. You joined that same
that's old news. It's a whole new season now. Brand new season. That's old news.
Well, you know what? You talk a big game. Will you talk a big game, Evan, and be a part of the Jono Barnes Show Pick'em League this season when we invite the whole This Shit More Than a Game community to come and make picks against me and Ziggy? Will you be a part of that, Evan?
Am I getting paid for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay you, Evan. I'm gonna pay you.
All right, yeah, I join. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be on there.
So Saints fans, the link is now in the chat, and I will also put it in the description of the video after the show is over. But if you want to join the Jono Barnes Show Pick'em this year, you can make picks against me. You can make picks against Ziggy. You can make picks against Big Sean, and you can definitely make picks against Evan. And you can see if your picks are better than ours. And Evan, whoever wins the league, like whoever has the best record, is going to win a free This Shit More Than a Game shirt. So what a win that would be, huh?
I know you was trying to give away the tickets, but nobody wanted that,
huh? Well, actually, I do think that even though some fans are down on the Saints, that there's something better than going to the Superdome and just having a Sunday afternoon with 65,000 fellow Hoodats. So we will be actually, Evan, spoiler alert, giving away tickets this year, and I promise you the fans are going to be trying to be a part of those giveaways. But we're not talking about giveaways right now. We're talking about the Pick'em League. So y'all see the link. Please, right now, you have time, so you don't forget. Join the Jono Barnes Show Pick'em. The group ID is 2312. The password is Jono in all caps. You can make your picks this year against me, against Evan, against Ziggy, against Sean if he's still alive, and we will give the winner of the league, which would probably be me, so I guess I'll get my own shirt, a This Shit More Than a Game shirt if you win and can prove that you are at least better at making picks than Evan. So join the league. Have a good time with us this season. My guy D asks, how does the Pick'em work? It's simple, D. Every week, you go on Yahoo, you click on the link. Maybe it'll be good if you have a smartphone to download the Yahoo Fantasy app, and you could just make your picks for all of the games straight up. It's not like odds or anything. We just straight up pick the games, and whoever has the best week will shout them out on the show week to week, and whoever has the best record at the end of the season will win this shit more than the game straight. So it's a straight up pick 'em league, and y'all can see in real time how stupid Evan is with his picks. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Evan, you talk about Twitter and the lack of interest. I did ask Twitter a poll after the game on Sunday about how they feel about the Saints after that performance, and had some very interesting replies. Would you like to see them?
I don't have a choice.
Well, you're the one who made me sign this contract. I have you on the show, so you technically did have a choice. But we will let you guys see those results and some of the best comments from the very rabid Who Dat Nation after a word from one of our sponsors. And Evan, you know who that sponsor is, right? We're still looking. We're still looking. No matter what, we all know that this shit more than a game, and now you can wear it with pride. Visit www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com and buy your This Shit More Than a Game shirt now for the low price of $28.03. You can buy it in black and gold, purple and gold, white and blue, red and navy blue, all types of colors. We've got you covered here on the Jono Barnes Show. So visit www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com and buy your This Shit More Than a Game shirt now and let the world know, folks, this shit more than a game. So, Evan, I'm going to probably implement this a lot more this upcoming season because, we want to keep making things fresh on the Jono Barnes Show. I have a pretty big platform on Twitter, a lot of Saints fans, so I want to implement them as well, who maybe don't necessarily migrate to Twitter a lot, but there's always some good and fun discussion on Saints Twitter. I want to implement them more on the Jono Barnes Show. And I asked them after the game on Saturday, I say, Saints fans, how do you feel about the Saints after game 1 of preseason? And Evan, if you look at the results, we had over 1,110 votes. I got a nice little audience, huh?
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Thank you. And the overwhelming favorite was they felt about the same. So we'll get into what about the same means to some of what these fans were saying. Now, Evan, you probably will look at that because you are a hater and say, yeah, you see the Saints fans still feel like this team ain't shit. I looked at the other two numbers, Evan. If you look closely, you will see that better had more of a percentage lead than worse. So technically, there's more fans who feel if you are coming into the game with a clean slate, essentially, the numbers are showing that you came out the game feeling better than you did feeling worse. So good for the Saints fans. I'm assuming that's because of Jake Haener and Spencer Rattler.
Well, I'm assuming because there's all these people who's watching the show right now. I think that's the ones that voted for better.
I think the fans, well, let me know, guys. If you're in the chat right now, answer the question as well. How do you feel about the Saints after that game 1 on Saturday? Do you feel better? Do you feel worse? Or do you feel about the same? Because on Twitter, the overwhelming favor was that everybody said they felt about the same. And that means that they felt that they weren't positive coming into that game, and they are leaving that game not feeling positive. So I ask you guys who are watching right now on YouTube, and shout out to everybody watching. We have over 275 people across all platforms. Football season is back when I'm over 200 people watching the show live. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're watching on YouTube, just do me one favor, by the way, y'all. Just one favor. Hey, fans. Hit the subscribe button in 3 seconds to make this Falcons fan sad. 3, 2, 1. Hit that damn like and subscribe button. Also, y'all, hit that bell notification because in case I do go live on Sunday after the preseason game, or in case I actually decide to do a watch along on Sunday, if you hit that bell notification right now, you will get an alert on your phone saying, hey, guys, Jono Barnes is watching the Saints game, or Jono Barnes is recapping the Saints game. Why don't you come and join the show? So if you are a subscriber to the channel and you have not done it yet, just do me a favor right now. If you're watching on YouTube, there's, I don't even know what the goddamn button is at, Evan, to be honest. But at some point, there's a bell button somewhere. You just got to hit that bell button. Maybe it's because I'm on my channel right now. I got to watch it from another channel. But there should be a button where there's a nice little bell. If you hit that bell, it will always let you know when me and Evan and the crew go live. So hit that bell notification if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And always, always, always hit that like button so that we can bring this show into the algorithm space and push it and make the show grow even bigger. But Evan, as you see, I also ask people on Twitter to leave a comment about, their votes so we can elaborate on how they feel. And here are some of the best comments, Evan. My girl, Libby, her screen name is, she's married to her ex, Evan. How does that go? So I guess they got married and remarried.
Oh, no, Libby look kind of cute, though.
Evan, I'm trying to turn the Jono Bone show into Tinder.
I'm sorry. Trying to follow love over here, man. I'm sorry.
Keep it in your pants, Evan. Keep it. That's how we don't get canceled, okay? Libby says, I'm just happy we won. This shit is more than a game to her. I like you, Libby. I like my girl, Libby. Danielle, Evan says, you see, Evan, you always say that all my followers are men. You see, I got a lot of female followers too.
I know Danielle look kind of cute too.
I mean, you gotta stop, right?
Oh, sorry. Well, man, stop. That's your. I'm sorry.
You're scaring the hoes, Evan. That's what they say. The kids said you're scaring the hoes. Danielle, not that I'm calling my females hoes, by the way, y'all. It's a joke. Danielle said, Evan, that's how you're gonna get me canceled, right? Shit. Danielle says the same because they will be starting Carr no matter what. So, and she puts the hand shrug emoji. P Hut, I like that name, P Hut. It reminds me of Pizza Hut. P Hut says, I'm so disappointed. Carr still does not look any better. The thought of Dennis Allen allowing a season to sink in just to stand by a failing Carr is terrifying. You agree with that, Evan?
Yes.
All right. Gluck's bro, Gluck. He says
What?
I don't know. He says the O-line needs Jesus and then some. One time, Evan, a fan told me, he said, Jono, all the Saints need right now is 3 players, and we are going to be a Super Bowl team. And I say, yeah, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, huh? I think I got that from Buddy D. Shout out to Buddy D. Rest in peace.
Oh man, if your joke could be like that for your skits, man.
Well, actually, Evan, I'm glad you're here because after this segment, I'm going to kind of preview some of my jokes for you, and I'll let you. I feel you're unbiased. We'll get to that later. Nola Nuff says, I'm waiting till week 5. Damn, he says, I want the first 4 games. It's like, I want to see the first quarter of the season before I say anything. So he's waiting until week 5 to say anything about this team. I'm not getting my hopes up or down on them. Evan, do you think that it's smart to wait till week 5 to come up about a conclusion about your team?
That man, the Saints gonna be on 3, and then he'll be like, "Hey, y'all, we'll wait till week 5. Don't worry, we got a chance. Hold on." Well, look, they lose that 4th game. They're like, "Hold on, we got a chance."
Well, my guy Bruce Saint also said that he was waiting until week 4. So some fans are just patient, Evan. Like some fans think that they want to see.
No, it's not just some fans. It's the Saints fans. It's gonna be like y'all gonna push it back to like week 13 when y'all already like 2-11. You're like, we still got hope. Hold on.
Let's keep going. Which number am I on? All right, we did Danielle. Saints fan 1228 says the only thing I feel better about is the young quarterbacks. I expected the defense to look like they did, but the first team offense was disgusting, Evan. Evan, you don't feel confident about the defense or the quarterbacks, but at least some Saints fans apparently do.
I see that.
Another woman, Evan, I told you, bro. And shout out to the females, man. I want more of a female voice to come in the discussions on my show and on my channel.
She looks married, so I ain't gonna make a comment.
Thank you, God. Thank you. My girl Holly, Fleur Delicious. Worse about the current season, but better about the future if we hang on to Rattler, if that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Y'all are all in on Rattler, and I just do not see it right now.
Evan, every fan needs a bit of hope. And Rattler provides that. Erica, good Lord, shout out to the woman. The woman came through this past weekend. Erica says, I checked better because I feel real good about Rattler's potential. He looked so comfortable out there. So, Evan, the Spencer Rattler bandwagon in New Orleans, it's going full throttle, brother, and ain't no stopping that.
I will hope he looks comfortable against third string. I will hope so.
He's still a rookie, though, Evan. You got to give him respect. He is still a rookie.
He's a 6-year rookie. Come on. He stayed in college for 6 years, all right? Come on.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Of course he's going to look comfortable against third string. That's his buddies from college. Come on.
You say, 6 years is bad. That just means more experience. When somebody gives you a resume, do you say, oh, how dare you have 6 years of experience on your resume? Or do you say, oh, this guy has experience. I like this guy. He could be a valuable part of my team.
Now you got 6 years experience and you trying to apply for my thing? Something ain't right. No, I don't want it.
Oh, wow. Chris Vine says the offensive line is who we thought they were. Terrible. Derek Carr's days are numbered, Evan.
And Ramachek is out for the season, right?
But yeah, they didn't officially say it, but we all know he is.
Ooh. Well, if I was Eric McCoy, I'd demand a trade now. Get out while you can.
Eric McCoy is 2 this year more than the game certified to ever back down from a challenge. Leo in the Valley says he feels low-key worse only because we have a dope quarterback that will be forced to sit behind someone not so great during the season. But the Saints feel like they have a lot more weapons this year, so we'll have to see how they run during the season. So I'm assuming, Evan, this means that Leo thinks that I'm just going to assume. Yeah, I'm assuming he's talking about Rattler, and he thinks that Rattler should be starting, which we talked about this earlier in the show. I don't think Rattler is ready to start yet, but the Rattler bandwagon, Evan. Jesus. 4 systems ahead. My guy, Freaky Peasy. I like Freaky Peasy because he's always like when fans are negative, he's always like, I don't want to say positive, but like he plays an antagonist role very well, which I like. Not that he's trying to be an antagonist, but he says he feels about the same. The O-line is ass. Can't really take much from the offensive play calling because this was a really vanilla in all caps offense. Haener looked like a good backup. Rattler looked like a talented but a raw quarterback. The Saints defense looked much faster than last year. So, Evan, you talk about the age of the defense, but he says that the defense looks a lot faster. And I actually agree with that, Evan, because one person who you keep casually avoiding is Chase Young. And Chase Young looks like he's playing for a bag this year because he looked real good this Saturday.
He is. He didn't look good. Don't get me wrong. He does look good. Now, he playing for something. Paying for that money. We'll see how healthy he can stay for the whole season, but we'll see. But he did look good, though.
All right. I'm glad you at least acknowledged that. And Cal says, Evan, he is predicting a 14-3 regular season record. And if he is right, he gets a free This Shit More Than the Game shirt. So I actually responded to Cal, Evan. I say, my brother, if you are correct that the Saints are going to win 14-3 games, I might be nice. If the Saints win 12 or 13 games, Evan, I will give Cal a goddamn free This Shit More Than the Game shirt. But you see, Evan, it goes to show you that just like Cowboys fans, there is some delusion amongst all fan base. Like Cal might be the Evan Barnes of the New Orleans Saints fandom, Evan.
Yeah, I don't know what Cal's smoking, but man, pass it over here, man. 14-3. I think he got it mixed up. 3 and 14.
And finally, Evan, this guy, you thought the Spencer Rattler hype was crazy. You ain't seen none yet because this guy kept it real simple. He said it's time. It's time we start a dialogue with Make the Saints Great Again camp on Spencer Rattler.
Hey, I'm all for it. I am all for it.
I love my followers. So shout out to Saints Twitter. We're gonna do this a lot more this season. We're gonna have the voices of Saints Twitter come on the show and leave out their opinion because Evan, it gets hot. I gets hot in them Twitter streets. Let me tell you that. Ooh. It gets hot in them Twitter. And you know where also it gets hot in, Evan? It gets hot when it comes to the super chats because last week, Evan, we had a super chat duel between Brute Saint and a Falcons fan, Evan. A Falcons fan, Red Swarm. He's not in the chat today. Maybe because did the Falcons lose? Who cares? We know they're gonna lose in week 1. But him and Bruce Saint had a face-off, a duel as far as super chats, and of course, you see, I added the crown to Bruce Saint. At this point, man, that man is always going to be the crown at the leaderboard.
Who's the third person on the list?
My dude Slim Jong-un, who has also been leaving super chats.
Slim Jong-un.
Wow.
I love that name. I just love the name.
I know. Hey, we got a great community after This Shit More Than a Game community. But Thank you to, of course, the This Shit More Than the Game Hall of Famer Bruce Saint. Thank you to Red Swarm, and thank you to Slim John Un for giving to the Jono Barnes Show. This shit is more than the things. And I know Bruce Saint is in the chat right now because Bruce Saint is in every single week, and we appreciate Bruce Saint. I mean, at this point, I mean, honestly, Bruce Saint is funneling the show. Like, the show is running off of Bruce Saint because he has been amazing this offseason. Hell, Bruce Saint, if you would see the tickets that Evan is trying to get us to buy for the Cowboys game in week 2, them super chats definitely come in handy. So all jokes aside, though, every super chat that we get, y'all, we invest right back into the show, whether it's equipment, whether it's platforming to upgrade the platform to give a better production value and whatnot. So Bruce Saint, Red Swarm, Slim John On, and anybody who leaves a super chat possibly this week, we thank you from the Jono Barnes Show. Bruce Saint, you got that right. You better wear that crown on because you have been a king on the Jono Barnes Show this whole offseason. And I know you're going to keep up that kingdom during the regular season. Evan, you talked about my jokes. I just want to test out before the season starts. It's preseason for me too, right? So I just want to test out a few jokes. Now, here's one I did, Evan, a few weeks ago on Twitter that got a lot of hate. I know I hit on the joke, Evan. You got like this joke that even when people take it and start posting it on Instagram, like they take my joke and they put it on Instagram. I put the picture of LeBron James holding the flag, and I say, I'm gonna tell my kids this is how New Orleans residents came back to the city after Hurricane Katrina. Now, Evan, as you saw, there was some people who thought so you shaking your head.
That's messed up, bro.
That's so messed up, bro. I want to ask you, one, is it a funny joke? Is it taking it a little too far? Should I not make Hurricane Katrina jokes?
Yeah, you should not make jokes about that, man. Like a lot of lives were changed from that day.
Like our lives, me and you, our lives were changed.
Exactly, and you making jokes about it. That's not cool, man.
What you mean? I feel like it's not a sin for some people to find comedy and tragedy.
Nah, that's not cool. If you would have put it with Dak Prescott, maybe, but
oh my God, it's not like I'm showing people like drowning. Like it's a funny photo. So that joke is a thumbs down from you? Yeah,
that's a thumbs down.
All right, let's try this joke. I thought about this the other day. I really think it's funny. So you gotta play along with me, okay, Evan? What? And y'all let me know in the chat as well if this is a good joke. Please let me know. Be honest.
It's about to be terrible.
Listen, I think it's gonna be good.
Okay.
Evan, who was Michael Jackson's favorite quarterback?
Derek Carr.
Drew Brees. Y'all get it? Brees. Michael Jackson's favorite quarterback? Brees. That's not funny? Let me know in the chat. Y'all don't think that's... I thought that was a good joke. Brees. Y'all don't think that's funny? I thought it was Brittany thinks it's funny. Thank you, Brittany. Bruce Saint. I don't know. You could take the periods a lot of ways. Just well, maybe not. He says no. Just no. Think about it, Evan. Like Michael Jackson's favorite quarterback, Drew Brees. Brees. Hey, honey, Clarissa. I know my wife is up. Clarissa. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get her reaction. I'm calling her right now. Baby, you gotta be on the camera. Just come right here. I just got a question. I'm just doing some jokes for the upcoming season. Now, some of them actually laughed. Evan thought it was stupid. Here's the joke, okay? Who was Michael Jackson's favorite quarterback?
I have no idea.
Drew Brees.
You got me up for that.
You can go to bed.
That was bad. That was really bad. Please don't get me up again.
It's gonna be a long season. Here's a gift just for you for being a fan. Are you going to a sports game or a concert or any major event? Well, buy your tickets from SeatGeek and use the promo code JONO at checkout, and you can receive $20 off your purchase over $50. That's $20 off your purchase. What are you waiting for? You know this shit more than the game, man. I just don't get it. I thought it was going to be a home run. Like, come on. Now that's genius. That's genius. Evan, did you not pay your light bill tonight? What's going on over there?
It's a little, man, energy high, bro.
I know the Undertaker live in Texas now. He came showed up. Tell him to come on the show.
Bro, the energy bill high, bro. We got to.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Evan, if you see the chat to your left or to your right, yeah, the joke did not go over well. So I guess I'll scrap that for the 20. So I had a Michael Jackson costume and everything. I had a whole little skit for that, but I guess you see that's why I use preseason just like the teams to test my stuff to see is it going to be worthy of the regular season. Well, I know one thing that is going to be worthy of the regular season, and that's the voicemails. Evan, would you like to would you like to hear the voicemails? Because we got voicemails. That's how passionate the Who Dat Nation and this shit more than the game community is. Unlike the Cowboys fans who treat preseason like it's a goddamn waste of time, like y'all above it. Saints fans, we love football no matter what. Actually, I don't know if you saw the data, Evan. New Orleans was above and beyond the highest rated market for the Olympics this past 2 weeks. We love some sports down here and this shit more than the game. And the data isn't approved when it comes to also the Jono Bourne show because we got, I believe, 6 or 7 calls for preseason. So imagine what we're going to get for the regular season. Would you like to hear, Evan? I know this is your favorite part of the show. Would you like to hear the voicemails? Because even though you ain't been on the show in like a month, they still had a few people who had some things to say about Evan Barnes. Would you like to hear the voicemails, Evan?
Sure.
All right, here we go, y'all. For the first time in the 2024 season, even though it's technically the preseason, the voicemails are back. Well, hold on. How do I find it? See, this is why I need Ziggy on the show, Evan. They updated, Evan. They updated the back behind the scenes. Look, they updated the behind the scenes stuff, okay? All right, here we go. Here we go. God damn, man. Look, we can't build Rome on the fly.
All right, Saints beat the Cardinals 16-14. I'm done with Derek Carr. I think he's straight trash now. And you could be like, well, it's only a preseason game, and we won anyway. Look, I would have rather lost the game if it meant our starters played well. Chris Olave, he played well. Derek Carr throws a deep pass to Chris Olave, which could be a touchdown. This man done overthrow the ball. Jake Haener didn't play that bad. Spencer Rattler didn't play that bad. In fact, both of them played good. So come on, man. And I don't want to hear it's just preseason. Man, that's a sorry player excuse. The defense played well. I'm not even mad at the offensive line's performance. I'm mad because I don't need you to commit a penalty every time. The offensive line sucks. And before you say, yeah, man, because the offensive line, they didn't block with Jamal Williams. I hate Jamal Williams with a damn passion. Because there's no reason that every single time Jordan Mims gets the ball, James Robinson gets the ball, Alvin Kamara gets the ball, the offensive line so-called blocks for him. But every time Jamal Williams gets a run, he sucks. So yeah, the Saints, man, we're not a good team. If Derek Carr is starting quarterback, put Rattler in or Haener, put one of them in. I don't care. This shit more than the game. Who that? Don't be a fail on stand. Yeah, you get the gist.
You have any thoughts on that, Evan? Hurricane Mikey?
Man, just go to the next one.
Next.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Finally, football is back. It's your boy Brute Saint. I'm back. We all back, baby. All right, man. So, we got the first preseason game down, man. And my thoughts on it, let's get the negatives out the way first, okay? Let's get the bad shit out the way first, you know, the painful shit. Just live through that so we can get to the positives and save that for last, you know? So, the negatives, the offensive scheme looked really damn similar to last year, but I will lay off because it could be just that Clint Kubiak is saving his, you know, his trickery plays for the regular season. Second, Derek Carr himself also looks the same, like not going through his progressions or whatever. At least that's what I saw from live. I haven't looked at the film yet. As you know, the penalties from our O-line, Jesus Christ, and the O-line in general, even our starters, is pretty shaky. Now to the positives, man. First off, that man, Willie Gay Jr., ooh, fucking dog. He was all over that goddamn field, man. Good Lord. Third stringer linebacker? Yes, please. But the fact that we got Demario Davis and Pete Werner above him, man, that's just not fair, dude. That's not fair. Also, I saw Kool-Aid made a couple of big plays as well. I'm glad that we have a cool name guy actually contribute to the team, unlike Smoke Monday, which is unfortunate. Jake Haener was, it's like outside of that big 58-yard pass, he didn't really do that much to impress me. But Rattler, man, Rattler was the highlight for sure. Rattler's pocket presence is so good. It's like he's always so calm and collected. He's never scared. He's never frazzled by any pressure. And I love that shit. And obviously, you know, that last drive at the end where he was clutch as hell, man. It was the first time I was ever excited to watch a quarterback play and get in the game since Jameis Winston before he tore his ACL in 2021, dude. Man, I love the kid's attitude. Saw his post-game interview as well. And Spencer sounds like he's like a guy who he'll always hold people accountable and hold himself accountable. Doesn't bullshit, doesn't dance around the bullshit like Derek Carr does. That's the type of attitude we've been looking for so long, man. That New Orleans attitude of, you know what, don't fuck with us, just don't fuck with us. All right, that's all. That's all I want. Anyway, I'm not completely sold that we're gonna have a good season, but hopefully the next preseason games will tell us, hey, no, we're going in a good direction. Let's see what happens.
That was my guy Bruce Saint, Evan. Any thoughts on that? He's kind of like the analyst of the show whenever he calls, right? Like he gets into the X's and O's of the show.
I mean, only thing I need to comment is the Rattler part. I'm like, let's calm down about him. All right, he's going against people that he was playing in college with. Like, let's calm down.
That's fair. That's very fair. Next call.
Hey, what up, Jono? What up, fellas? I ain't gonna get too much on, I'm not gonna criticize too much of the game. I feel like everything we saw in the game, we already knew. We knew Derek Carr was kind of mid. We knew the offensive line outside of maybe one or two, average to below average. Penning, terrible first round pick. Defense, great. Defensive line, gonna be great. We're a defensive team. I think that's something that we already knew was going to be with the New Orleans Saints. Now, the offense, I'm hoping this may be because it's one preseason, but I gotta ask those questions. Like, we gotta stop giving excuses to Derek Carr when we see quarterbacks like Spencer Rattler, quarterbacks like Jake Haener go out there and operate the offense. Why can't we operate the offense with our starters? It doesn't make sense. But maybe things will get better. All I know is, as of right now, Trevor Penning does not need to be a tackle. Left tackle, right tackle, no tackle. I don't know where you move him, but he got to get out of that right tackle spot if he's not going to improve. Because if the way he played on Sunday, we are going to get somebody hurt. Whether that be Derek Carr or whoever else starts behind that offensive line, he's going to get somebody hurt. We got to get the offense better. At some point in time, we have got to get the offense going, or we're looking at another 9-8 season or worse. All right, fellas.
So, Evan, a 9-8 season, I don't know. I feel like a 9-8 season could win the NFC South again this year.
Oh, it's not.
I want to be patient. I want to wait for your predictions in the 2024 season preview. But
yeah,
all right,
you're gonna have to get at least double digits to win it.
And you think there's gonna be an NFC South team that wins double digits?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I cannot wait for our prediction show. I feel like you're gonna have so much shenanigans and just you're gonna be more.
Man, I speak truth and reality.
You're gonna be more silly than a goddamn Ringling Brothers circus. But what's not silly is I wish Ziggy was on the show because we could do the man. We got a super chat. I like that, Evan. Thank you. See, that's why I have you on the show, y'all. From the great, the legend, the king, Brute Saint, who leaves $10 to say one. Just to recap, one swear word equals $1. I said 9, but I'll just round up, laughing my ass off. So he's doing, Evan, when he does his calls this year, the swear jar. And if he curses, he gives $1 to the show. So he did 9 in that call earlier, and we got $10 out of it. So
man,
Bruce Saint, you should, if you want to leave like a 30-minute voicemail, Bruce Saint, go ahead, because we can make a lot of money off that type of call.
Man, you better start paying somebody rent, Bruce Saint. I'm sorry.
Bruce Saint, thank you, Bruce Saint. Honestly, I promise you, we are going to really utilize all the donations you've given to the show to make top of the line content. And I'm telling you, week 2 and post week 2 is going to be a movie on this channel. It's going to be a movie. And the sideshow actor, I don't know if y'all know the song, Let the Sideshow Begin. That guy right there, He's going to be a part of the sideshow. He's whatever. Bruce saying.
Jesus.
Let's get to the rest of the voicemails. Oh, Evan, I see that you always roll your eyes like because I'm like slow with the voicemails. You got to realize, one, I'm being a producer today, so because they updated the platform now, my channel is on this side, the voicemail is on this side. I got to mute myself, hit the play button. There's a bit of a delay. Calm down, okay? Shit,
Man, like a Saints fan, coming with excuses. Come on.
Next voicemail.
Jono Barnes, this is Jerry G, the OG of All Saints Podcast. Hope all is well, my brother. Saints football is back. Yes, we got the win in Arizona over the weekend, but there's a lot of things that we need to address. There's a lot of things we need to fix before the second Sunday of September when we face the Panthers. So I just wanted to call and say football is back, and this shit more than a game. Who that?
It's preseason, Evan. I'm trying. Okay, you keep making these dumb faces. Like,
I'm right. I'm about to say, what it do?
That's how you build up the next call. So now everybody like, ooh, I want to see.
That boy got what it do?
Sound like Paul Wall, huh?
Man, I'm excited to see what he about to say.
You know what? Jordan G, we appreciate your call as always. We are excited. Let's say this call, Evan is ready on pins and needles for.
Just wanted to call and say football is back, and this shit more than a game. Who that?
What it do, man? It's your boy Curly Head Trev, a.k.a. the Player Champ. First time doing the voicemail, you know. Man, just want to let you know, man, shoot, I'm proud to be a Houdat, you know what I'm saying? You know, I hope we win at least 10 fucking games this year, man. Get back to the playoffs. You know how it is, bro. Jono Born. Yeah, man. I be seeing you, my boy. Shit, this shit more than a motherfucking game, nigga. Who that?
I like Curly G. I hope he calls every week.
What it do?
Yeah, I need some gangsters in this shit more than the game community. That's the type of dude. I think it was in the chat earlier today too. Like, they would have my back. You know, I'm not the strongest dude. I have been working out. I'm not the strongest dude. Like, I need some guys that are like, if I go to war, I need like a Curly G. Like, imagine if we on the front lines, Evan. Okay, say I'm battling the Atlanta Falcons fan base. You know, you got me in the middle, right? Like, I'm the Captain America. Like, you know, like we about to go like. This shit more than the game members. Assemble. Now imagine to the left of me, I got Curly G like, what it do?
I'm about to say, what it do?
The other side might quit. The other side might quit. He in the chat right now. My guy, Curly. Hey, Curly, thank you for that first chat, man. Please, Curly. Those are our favorite calls. Like, we love the analyst calls we get from fans, but we just love the entertainment. Do it one more time, man. Do it one more time.
I'm going to say, what it do?
We appreciate you, Curly G, man. Please call every single week because you are going to be a fan favorite. And yeah, I know my guy Curly G got this. Can you say my girl Janice says he's the great value Paul Wall? Don't worry, I've been called the great value Steph Curry many times, Curly. So that's a compliment. You got a cool voice, Curly G. We want that voice on every single week, man. So please do not be a stranger, Curly G, man. Do not be a stranger, man. Thank you for being this shit more than the game certified. I believe, Evan, we have one more call. Oh, Evan, you're going to love this call, Evan. Evan, you are going to love this call.
This is James. And yes, it is still just James. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, y'all, Just James is back for another New Orleans Saints season. And I want to give a shout out to you, Jono, for holding it down this summer while we tuned out of the show for a little bit. When Saints season ends, I kind of lose interest in following content on YouTube and about the Saints. So I appreciate that I see on your YouTube page you are still going on every Tuesday and doing shows, and that just shows you that this shit is more than a game. Let's talk about the New Orleans Saints, and I imagine all of your voicemail calls are going to be from people being upset at how bad we played, but not me. In fact, I want to give a round of applause. A round of applause for Derek Carr and Dennis Allen for showing us early on that they're not going to be shit this year. They didn't even say we're going to get you guys excited or we're going to give you guys a little bit of hope. They say, hell with that. We're going to show y'all from the beginning that we ain't shit. And I, for one, can appreciate that. Because now I know that my September all the way through January is going to be nice and peaceful and calm because I already know that the Saints are not going to be shit, just like the Cowboys and just like the Rams. I don't know if Evan and Sean are going to be on the show again this season. I sure hope they are so that they can get some humble pie because I'll tell you one thing, I know for sure the Cowboys are going to be trash. Those guys are going to be, I mean, we may not even get a chance to make fun of them in the playoffs because I don't even know that the Cowboys are going to make it. But I can't wait to see the dumb look on Evan's face when the Saints probably will lose to the Cowboys in week 2. But then Evan's going to get ahead of himself and think that the Cowboys are the greatest team on earth, and he's going to have the dumbest look on his face the rest of the season when he sees that anybody can look good against the Saints. Hell, my kids can look good against the Saints. So that's probably going to be the highlight of the season, along with maybe Sean's stupid takes. Shout out to Ziggy. I hope he's doing well. Looking forward to what you guys have cooking up this season. Dan showing looking forward to what Derek Carr has cooking up. This is James, just James, and his shit is more than a game.
You know, Evan, that football season is back when Just James is back in the building. You know, Evan, that football season is back. You have a rebuttal because Just James is coming with the smoke already saying that you are going to be a delusional dumbass this year. And he's even saying that, oh, yeah, you know, we're probably going to lose to you guys, but all that's going to do is give us the long game because when you get ahead of yourself and you're like, oh, we're a Super Bowl team, you're going to look stupid again in January. But do you have a rebuttal to that?
Man, I just want Just James and Curly G to make a song with each other. That's all I'm wanting this season. Please make it happen.
How would that song go, Evan? You like my guy Curly G already saying already. So how would that go?
So hold on. Just James gonna come in there. Just James. Then it starts off. Then Curly G come in. That song gonna be a hit, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a hit.
Well, Curly G and Just James, if you guys ever want a link, we would gladly have your Billboard Top 100 song on the Jono Bond Show. It was like, Just James, what it do? What it do?
What it do?
I rocks with it. I love Curly G, man. I'm glad Curly G is going to become a staple in the This Shit More Than the Game community. So shout out to you, Curly G. Shout out to everybody that left a voicemail. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do voicemails again this season. I know you and I and Ziggy, we've been talking about, do we want to do live calls instead this show? I'll play around, I guess, the first few weeks and see. It might just become a time thing. Like if I don't feel like I have enough time to process and edit out the voicemails, I'll just do live calls. But we'll see. But either way, guys, so at least for preseason, you want to get your thoughts about the Saints. 504-484. It's the same number from last year. 504-484-9170. And unless your name is Bruce Saint, because Bruce Saint pays us so much money that he can go on as long as he wants. Try and keep the voicemails, guys, to under 2 minutes, just because, we don't want, people rambling. And try to make it entertaining, like Just James, like Curly G. Like I appreciate the calls that are like serious and giving their opinion, which feel free to. I'm not trying to discourage. I guess I kind of am discouraging it, but like have fun with it too, man. Like be like T Dirty, be like Just James, be like Curly G. Like have fun with the call, man. Bruce saying, get your curse words in, man. Like this is an entertainment show. It's sports entertainment. It's sports, but it's entertainment as well. We want to entertain everybody who's watching, who's giving out their time of the day to watch the show. So if you do leave a call, whether we do it live this year or whether we do voicemails again, just make it entertaining so we can bring the laughs, because Lord knows we're going to need the laughs this upcoming season. I hope my guy Sam from the West Bank, because he always has to smoke for you, Evan. So hopefully he watches this show on replay. He sees that you were on it, and he comes with a call this upcoming week. But we appreciate everybody that leaves a call. 504-484-9170, guys. Let's make these calls go up to another level this season. Evan, I got one more joke. I think this one was pretty funny. Okay, I really do. Okay, you got the patience or the wherewithal for one more joke from me, Evan?
Man, just for you, man. Come on.
All right. Here is why, Evan, Saints fans are for the shit.
Gotta wake up from your nap, John. What? The preseason game's gonna start soon. Huh? The preseason game's gonna start soon. You've been napping all day. Come on,
man, I ain't worried about the damn Saints. Nobody care about the Saints this year. They're gonna be garbage anyway. Get out of my face with that, man. I'm trying to sleep.
Excuse me?
Man,
it'll be the last thing I do for you. Whatever.
Well, they're gonna be trash.
All right.
Oh, so nobody cares about the Saints, huh?
And that is why Saints fans are for the shit. See, Evan, there's always like actual like logic in my comedy as well. Like, you see, I'm kind of making fun of how we always say, oh, we don't care about the Saints this year, but yet when that preseason game started, we were all locked in. Like, watching it that close. So how would you grade that, Evan, on a letter grade scale? How would you grade that, Skip?
Why your sheets was coming off your bed?
Well, you see, I'm a great actor. Like, I was sleeping so deep in it. That scene was that right there. And let me put my director's hat on. We wanted to display like a deep sleep from a fan. Like, he was so unabided by the Saints football game that was coming up that he was in a deep sleep already. You know, so we were setting a scene like he is so unbothered, man. That man is curled up in a fetal position, deep sleeping with the covers damn near coming off. And then the next scene, like my eyes were close to, don't Undertaker come in? What's going on with your lights, bro? That's the joke of the show. Pay your light bill, bro. Shit, you paying these Cowboys tickets, pay your light bill.
Man, if you start sending them super chats over here, maybe.
Bruce saying that's what your super chat is going to this week. We're going to pay Evan's light bill, okay? So he can have what's that? Damn, Bruce ain't being harsh this week. You say it was somewhat funny.
Man, anything better than Michael Jackson joke. Jesus Christ. I don't want. Oh my man.
I set the ball low so that when I come swinging, boy, even a solid one looks like an 8+.
I hope you retire that joke, please. Please, that's worse than the Sean Payton skit that you did.
I'm gonna wait for Mr. Positivity Ziggy to come on the show. Don't tell him this joke, okay? I hope he doesn't hear the show or watch the show. I'm gonna give Ziggy that joke next week, and we'll see.
I gotta tell him because I don't want to sit and hear that joke again. I don't.
All right, final topic, Evan. I'm sure you've seen the news. Justin Simmons came for a visit to the New Orleans Saints last week. He is an all-pro safety, 3-time all-pro safety. He left without a contract, and unfortunately, he ended up visiting with the Falcons yesterday. He also left Atlanta without a contract. It seems like reports are saying Justin Simmons wants a multi-year deal, and so far the teams that he is in contact with, which right now is just the Saints and the Falcons, are only willing to give him 1 year. Do you think, Evan, that the Saints should go all in for Justin Simmons? And do you think that he is a difference maker between the Saints being a playoff team or not?
No, I think there's other positions that the Saints really need to address, and I think adding another safety doesn't really help it. I think it's just more of like wow, look at this new toy that I got. It's Justin Simmons. Cool, dandy. But you still have issues on the online. You still have issues with pass rushing. So those are different. Those are positions that you really need to focus on, not just add a safety.
I actually agree. I think Justin Simmons will actually bring some excitement, some much needed excitement to the fan base if we do sign him. But I already think our defense is going to be top 10. I think with Simmons, we might become top 5. And maybe having a top 5 defense is enough to make up for whatever the offense might look like. But I'm not going to be mad if we sign Simmons, but I do think that I'm okay with Mickey sticking to his guns. Like, if we sign you, bro, it's only a 1-year deal. Like, maybe you ball out and we'll say after the 2024 season, hey, we'll talk about a long-term deal. But the market is the market. And if no other team is signing you to a multi-year deal, we're not in a position to sign you to a multi-year deal. Now, maybe the Falcons are trying to drive up the price on us, or maybe the Falcons are just being the typical little brother and want to do what the Saints do. So maybe they sign him. Who knows? Do I think Justin Simmons would be a difference maker? As long as, like you say, as long as the offensive tackle is that bad, it really probably. Unless we're trying to win games like 3-0. I don't know. It's an interesting signing if we do sign him. I would be excited. I'll say that. I would be excited. I just don't know. And I asked Saints fans on Twitter. I say, like, y'all are going to be mad, I guess, if he doesn't sign with us, because y'all going to be like, well, why the hell we brought him in if we couldn't sign him? But let's say we sign him, Evan, and he makes us that much better that we go to the playoffs. Like, do y'all Saints fans think, and I mentioned this earlier, like, if y'all want this, y'all got to accept that might come with it. Like, if we sign Simmons, do y'all know that means that we might make the playoffs, and that means you get another year of Derek Carr and Dennis Allen? So what is it? Like, do y'all want Dennis Allen and Derek Carr going? If y'all do want them going, then y'all just shit now want Justin Simmons. If y'all are so firmly in your belief that this is going to be the last year of Dennis Allen and Derek Carr, why would you want Justin Simmons? And if we don't sign Justin Simmons, why would you be mad at the team for not signing Justin Simmons when you already believe that we're not going to make the playoffs? You get what I'm saying, Evan?
I get what you're saying, but I don't think Justin Simmons, the player, is going to put you over the hump.
He's a top 5 safety. I know
he's a top 5 safety. Why is he still a free agent then?
Because the safety position is becoming devalued in the NFL in 2024.
I'm just saying there's 32 teams out there. 30 teams?
30
teams out there. And this man's still a free agent, so there's 30 teams that don't want him. That's a sign right there.
Well, that's what his personal issues aside. Darren Sharper was a free agent late into 2009, and we saw what the difference he made on our team in 2009. So
and we know what
Darren Sharper. And we're talking on the field. We are talking on. I'm not trying to get Evan cancer. We'll see what happens with Justin Simmons. Y'all can let me know in the chat how you feel about the possible Justin Simmons signing, if we do sign him, or if the Falcons take him, or if another team scoops in. Another super chat, Evan. Can you do the super? This shit I like Evan. You're good at that. I like that. We don't even need Ziggy. We got Evan. My guy Derek. He says, "Who that, Jono? This shit more than a super chat. We appreciate you, Derek. I think you saw how your light situation was looking right now, Evan, and everybody's chipping in to make sure that you can pay your light bill, so that at least next week or in 2 weeks you can come back on the show and have some proper lighting."
I'm hoping.
Well, because Derek left a super chat, let's highlight this comment from him as well. He says, "I'm starting to think it's part of free agent strategy. Just get a visit with the Saints and you're guaranteed some team will offer you a contract within days." So they saying he treating us like a farm system. Like, I'm just using these motherfuckers for a free dinner and I'm trying to get paid by somebody else. You dig? Like Deshaun Watson did to us in 2019 or whatever year that was, 2022. Yeah, well, I say this. I think Dennis Allen has been real good with landing free agents in the past. So I don't know if I agree too much with that. I just think that Simmons right now might be like, I can wait another week or so. I don't want to go to training camp anyway, right? Like, who wants to be in training camp, right, Evan? So he's like, I can wait another week or so. And if no team steps up to the plate, I don't think Simmons is going to turn down money in 2024. So the ball would still probably be in our court that we can say, okay, if you can find another team, God bless you. But if you don't, we'll be here in week 1. You could come and sign with us, get $8 million, $9 million for the year, and be a part of a good defense. So I know one thing, I can see him picking off Dak Prescott in week 2. That would be great. That might be a great way of how this whole thing is going to go. I can see the vision. Evan, I can see the vision. Evan, how do you feel randomly about nepotism in sports?
I don't even know what nepotism means.
It means like you use your stature and your power to have a family member of yours. I guess kind of like what I'm doing with you on this show, to have a family member get a position. Like, like if you are a CEO of a company and you hire your son, even though he doesn't have the credentials to be of the position that he's in, and you skip over worthy people. How do you feel about that? Are you in favor of that? Do you think that, hey, are you in that position? All right, so I guess that means that you're okay with LeBron James having his son become a member of the Lakers, right? Because Lord knows, and I'm not trying to hate on the kid, but if he was not LeBron James or something, he would not have got drafted. So you're saying that you're okay with the Lakers taking Bronny James basically to appease LeBron James. You're okay with that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, oh good. I thought you would be against that, to be honest.
Not at all, because after LeBron leave, Bronny gone too. That's two rosters. That's 2 roster spots right there.
So you don't feel like Bronny James took a spot away from another worthy player?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Gee, have you seen Bronny play? Jesus.
I ain't mad at it either, Aaron.
Look, he lucky his last name is James, because if not, Uber Eats, they looking for people.
I ain't mad at it though. I'm not mad at it.
I ain't mad at it either. And honestly, I'm not mad at it to the point I put $100 for Bronny James to score 25 points in one game.
You got all 82 games to do it?
Yep, all 82. I James one game to score 25 points.
No lie. You put $100 down on that.
I sure did.
You could have gave that $100 to me, bro.
One game. I win 1,500.
And that, folks, is why I am happy to bet on the Cowboys game with Evan. Because if y'all know his betting history, it's a good sign for the Saints. And Bruce Saints emoji says it all. I know, Evan, I guess it makes sense why you are off of nepotism, because I know one franchise who damn sure practices nepotism.
Family, bro. That's
why y'all ain't shit. That's why y'all ain't shit.
Man, I've been trying to get adopted ever since.
But I know one thing. I ain't even mad at Jerry Jones, because Lord knows if I was the owner of a team, you would see me right there as the owner. Underneath me, you would see Evan Barnes, you would see Wyan Barnes, you would see Kevin Barnes, you would see Brad Barnes. So I ain't even mad at it, Dallas Cowboys.
Hey,
I ain't even mad at it.
Good thing you ain't the owner, Jono. You gonna give me what, cheap operating office? Shit.
If we had that type of money, how long before your drug problem would have kicked in?
Damn. Damn. Nah, if you put me in that kind of position, the first dude I'm hiring is my new right-hand man.
Evan, we appreciate you joining the show. Did you have a good birthday, Evan?
I had a great birthday, man. I don't remember it, but I had a great birthday.
I'm hopeful, Evan, that I can also have a good birthday, because for my birthday this month, I am going to be at Blue Oak Barbecue, Evan, for the official.
Man,
this is the first time we're actually like announcing the party on the Jono Bone Show right now. So if you're still watching the show, over 350 people across all platforms, mainly on Twitter. Grand announcement. The launch party is officially happening on Sunday, August 25th, my birthday. So if you guys come to Blue Oak Barbecue, the Saints will be playing the Titans during that time, during preseason. You can see the Spencer Rattler get all the reps. A Camus proposition. You get good barbecue. You come, you get to meet me. You get to meet Ziggy. Even better, y'all. Even better. Evan Barnes will not be at this party. So you don't get to meet Evan. Like, what are you waiting for? You got to be at the party on August 25th, starting at 1 o'clock p.m. 900 North Carrollton Avenue in New Orleans, Louisiana. Guys, come out to Blue Oak Barbecue for the official launch of the This Shit More Than a Drink. Evan, I know you're not going to be at the party, but at some point, are you going to have the This Shit More Than a Drink?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, it is going to be a great drink. I went through a very tumultuous task of drinking many alcoholic drinks to find the perfect blend of what makes something this shit more than a game. And I believe we found the perfect drink that is worthy of the this shit more than a game energy that is going to be infused with. So again, guys, August 25th, 1 o'clock p.m., we'll have the Saints and the Titans preseason game on. We'll have some good barbecue. Bring your wallets, of course. It's not free. I wish it was. If I was rich, y'all, I would damn sure be gifting y'all that. But the greatest gift y'all can give me on my birthday is y'all come out to the launch party and have the This Shit More Than a Drink. Watch the Saints game with me, with Ziggy. Sean might be there. Sean, Evan, mom and dad might show up. Evan, you might not be there, but your mom and dad might even show up. Jerry asks, is the launch party going to be on YouTube that day? It's not going to be live. We're not going to do like a live show or anything. But what we will do is I have a videographer coming who's going to capture a lot of the moments. So within that week, you guys will see all of the, I don't want to say behind the scenes, but you'll have like a firsthand look of how fun I'm sure that this party is going to be. So, of course, we would love for you guys to actually beat beat. I'm reading the comment. He said, my guy Milton says, I get to meet Jono Barnes. Yeah, Milton, come meet me, Milton. Come. I mean, I'm not a big deal or anything, but yeah, if y'all want to come meet me and see my dish shit more than the game energy levels in person, it'll be a good time. We won't be doing anything live, Jerry, but we will have a videographer there to capture some of the best moments of the party. And it's gonna be a good time. Like, I am extremely humbled that Blue Oak Barbecue, Evan even said himself, the best wings in the city. And y'all know Evan doesn't throw around compliments to New Orleans institutions anymore. So for him to say that, that means something. For Blue Oak Barbecue to sponsor a drink by me, little old me, that's crazy. So I really will hope that you guys want to come and celebrate this with me. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, August 25th, 1 o'clock p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. Y'all see the address right there. Write it down, save the date, put it in your calendar. Come and get the dish shit more than a drink. Get to meet me for the first time if you haven't met me yet. And have a good old time, man. Y'all could curse out Evan to me in person. So it'll be a really fun time. And finally, Evan, I don't know if you saw, but I made my voiceover debut this past week. Actually, I'm even peel back the curtain. It was actually supposed to be me and Evan, y'all. We got an offer to do a voiceover work for our cuz, who is one of the fastest rising YouTubers right now on the planet. He does video game / Marvel / superhero / comic channel. He has over 2,300 subscribers in less than a year. That is some tremendous growth. That Barnes Dynasty is coming to YouTube sooner than y'all think. Let me tell y'all that right now. That Barnes Dynasty, well, I don't know. With Evan, he might stun our growth. But we got the opportunity to be on. Y'all see the link right there. So if y'all can do me a huge favor, go on. If you're a comic book fan, a gaming fan, I don't want people to subscribe if they're not going to watch his videos. But if you are interested in Marvel or comic books or video games, my cuz Bad Juju started a channel. A really good channel. Like, it ain't no like Joe Blow channel. Like, he puts in a lot of great, amazing work that impresses me. He keeps saying that, he not looks up to me, but like, he's motivated by me. I'm like, shit, I'm motivated by you. You putting up some damn good quality videos. He asked me and Evan, he wanted to be the family dynasty of YouTube to do voiceover. So me, I'm a great cousin. I'm like, yeah, I give him my voiceover lines within 24 hours. If y'all ever work with Evan Barnes, if y'all ever asked Evan Barnes for a favor, you better ask Evan like 1 month in advance to try to hope that he will actually deliver, because he will. Yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow on you to death. Okay, so you wind up not. As y'all heard, he said he doesn't even remember his birthday. His birthday kind of conflicted with his
look, contract issues, bro. That's what happened.
I know. You drive a hard bargain. I get it.
Contract.
But I feel like it worked out for my cuz Bad Juju, because we had somebody way better. Somebody he should have asked way before he even asked you, Evan. Somebody that he should have asked way before he asked you, y'all. So I clipped a very small clip, but this was the voiceover debut of me on my cousin's Bad Juju channel. Y'all see the link in the chat box right there. If you are a Marvel or a comic book or a video game fan, please subscribe. He is going to be one of the hottest YouTubers. I'm not even saying that because I'm being biased. Like, the numbers don't lie. You can get 2,000 subscribers in less than a year. Shit, you're doing something right. Trust me. Here is my voiceover debut. And you might also see a guy that you might recognize. Evan, I'm so mad that you didn't do it. Get on my damn show. How could you, bro? Get off the damn show. I'm kicking you off right now, Evan, because you ain't want to do the goddamn voiceover. What kind of cousin are you? I'll see you next week. I'm getting Evan off the show. All that bullshit. But for a treat for you guys, here is a small clip of my voiceover debut. And it's only the start, y'all, because one day you will see this face on The Simpsons. But it all started on Bad Juju's channel.
Meanwhile, in Ned's Lola's house, Ned opens a couple portals to find Peter, and he does.
Except it's not the ones he thought.
But instead, they're the Sony Spider-Men.
Hey, what the hell? Where did y'all come from?
We kind of just walked through that purple glowing portal thing over there.
Figure we help you out with the video a bit, starting with Toby beating Andrew in the Spider-Man standoff.
But as time winds down before Doctor Strange casts his forgetting spell, Peter says goodbye to the other Peters along with Ned and MJ. And I guess this is where I'll say goodbye to you guys.
Oh, you're kicking us out already? I thought we were gonna hang out a bit.
No, please leave now.
All right then, I guess we'll just head back to our universe. Now just remember, close the portal after we leave.
Wait, hold up. I don't even know how to close a portal.
Okay, bye! Thank you. My voiceover debut. Y'all heard the crispness. Y'all heard the passion within that voice acting. I think I got a future in voice acting, y'all. I think I got a future in voice acting. Okay, bye. Like that took a lot of takes, but I'm a perfectionist. And I knew that if I'm going to be on Bad Juju's channel, shout out to him right now, he's in the chat, I had to bring my A game. And Ziggy brought his A game as well. But I appreciate the opportunity, Bad Juju. Like I said, y'all, the link right now is in the chat. I also put the link after the show. If y'all are any interest in video games and comic books, superheroes, all that good stuff, subscribe to my cuz and help us make this Barnes YouTube dynasty. Because, I mean, y'all even saw the graphics, right? Like the good job. I'm glad Bruce Saint acknowledged. That's one of my favorite compliments when somebody compliments me on editing on my video. Like, damn, John, that's some good editing. Like, my cuz puts in work. Like, and I can appreciate that. I've done enough of YouTube now. Like, if a cousin came up to me, I'm not just going to give him a free handout. Like, I'm gonna be like, you got to show me that you are passionate about this. Like, you got to show me that you actually are putting in like time and pride in your work. If you're gonna have that Barnes name, you better put in pride in your work. And my cousin is like putting in hours upon hours to deliver a top-notch quality, something that even as not a cousin, but just as a YouTube viewer, I can appreciate. And there's no surprise why he keeps complimenting me. I appreciate you, cuz, but he's doing better numbers like video to video than me. And he's not even a year into this. I'm not trying to just blow smoke up his ass because he's my cousin. Like, he is doing the damn thing. And I'm grateful that he shared his platform with me. And I enjoy doing the voiceover work. And I look forward to his growth as a content creator. So again, y'all, youtube.com @badjuju/YT. The link is in the chat right now. I'll put the link in the description of the video after. Check him out. Give him a like. Give him a subscription. And support the Barnes family, I guess, right? Support the Barnes family. Look at that. Juju, you even got people like my dog Milton, who's a professional actor, by the way, saying that he wouldn't mind being in one of your videos. So my guy Bad Juju might have people knocking on his door saying, hey, man, I want to be a part of this. You built on something nice. This shit more than the game. I appreciate all of you guys for joining the Jono Barnes Show tonight. We are over the 2-hour mark, so we're going to have to cut this. You know, I mean, goddamn, it's preseason, right? It shouldn't be no damn 2-hour show for preseason. I blame Evan. He didn't want to shut up. But I appreciate all of you guys. As always, Bruce Saint, man, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your super chat. And, of course, my guy Derek, if you're still on, thank you as well. I'm glad that Bruce Saint now has company. Whenever we showed this shit more than a thanks, Bruce Saint ain't all there by him lonesome self. We have other people who are joining. Every super chat helps, so I thank you very, very much. My guy Justin all the way in Arizona says, so who is the famous Barnes? Yeah, I think Bad Juju going to come and take my shine. I mean, I got a drink. Bad Juju going to have a whole goddamn beer line when it's all said and done, right? I love it. Again, y'all, if you are subscribed to the channel, thank you. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you are subscribed, hit that bell notification, wherever the bell, I'm looking for it now. I don't think it shows up for me because it's my channel, but hit that bell notification because there is a small chance that I actually might go live during the 49ers preseason game Sunday. I might do a watch along. If I do, I'm going to announce it like 24 hours. I'm going to give y'all enough time, but you know, it's always nice to have that bell notification on so you know when I do go live. I might go live after the show. I might say, oh, something might happen. I'm like, I got to go live. Debating, I might not go live at all. I don't know. But if you hit that bell notification, you would definitely know for sure because your phone would notify you if I do go on. And if I decide like on Friday, I will for sure announce it on my YouTube channel community page. But I'll see. I'll see how I feel. I'm excited though. Football is back. Trevor Penning, God, make me look stupid. Please get better. I don't think you will, but please get better. And again, guys, if you guys can, it would be really nice. I would really appreciate it if you guys come to the This Shit More Than a Drink launch party on Sunday, August 25th at 1:00 p.m. You can watch the Saints and the Titans game. It will be on the TVs they have there. You can get you the official. You can be one of the first people. You could be a part of history and get the This Shit More Than a Drink. And as a consolation, if you need one, Blue Oak has some damn good barbecue, the best barbecue in the city. You can get some damn good barbecue as well. So come hang out with your boy. You might, if you don't want to hang out with me, Ziggy gonna be there. You can meet Ziggy. I know a lot of y'all bigger Ziggy fans. Hell, maybe Bad Juju. He's the new star of the family, right? Maybe Bad Juju might be there. Y'all can come meet us, get the This Shit More Than a Drink, have a grand old time. It's gonna be fun. it'll be the best damn birthday gift you guys can get me. So I'm excited. I'm going to spam the hell out of my Twitter timeline and on my Instagram these next few days promoting this party and on this show. You guys make this channel. That drink is not possible without you guys. I'm reaping the benefits of all of this, which I appreciate and I like. Like, I got my own damn drink. How cool is that, right? But none of this is possible without all of you guys watching every week, watching every show, watching every skit. Even if y'all don't think it's funny, I think all of them are funny, especially the babies. But y'all putting up with my corniness. That is why I get opportunities like McCoy saying, I'm going to come on your show, Jono. I'm going to come to your crib, Jono. And we ain't doing this on Zoom. Jono, I want to come to your crib because I am that passionate and I believe in what you're doing on your channel. That is why Blue Oak Barbecue came to me. I didn't go to them. Blue Oak came to me and say, Jono, you doing the damn thing. We would love to associate with you. That's because of y'all, man. That's because of y'all, because of that community we have. It may not be the most numbers in the community as far as like the raw data of, oh, well, he has over 100,000 followers, but I got a damn loyal community and the businesses, and y'all see the players and the people see that. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Hit that damn bell notification. And always remember, y'all, this shit more than the game.
Juno.